family's from Long Island. My you know, I got a family from like Italy and stuff, and my stepfather is 100% Irish.
Your stepfather?
Yeah.
From where?
No, I'm not sure.
100% like he's from the country?
No, I guess maybe his grandparents were from there.
Right.
Yeah, but they've been back there. I should pop squat.
Yeah, go ahead.
They've been back. My parents have been in Ireland a bunch of times now, and you know.
You've been to Ireland?
Never.
Never.
No, but eventually I will one day. Make sure the phone's off.
I ain't to be honest, don't sweat. It's not that formal. I mean,
yeah. I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of a shy guy.
I hear you, man. I'm shy as fuck too. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure stuff out as well. You know.
Yeah.
There's another shy one for you as well. So you can put that. I don't know if that goes down anymore, FREEZY. If you want to swap? You want this one?
No, it doesn't matter.
I made these like, but they're I mean, custom shit.
Yeah, I'm just a short dude.
I'm not the tallest either.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's an Italian blood I think I got.
Yeah, well, they say fucking you gotta watch for the small ones, though, right?
I guess so.
Especially when you see the wee dog. Wee dogs will fucking kill you, them small ones. We got the big dog and he's a pussy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dog, we got like one of those little medium-sized dogs. She talks a lot of shit, but then you know, you go up to pet her and she gets a lot.
That's what that's
outside. You know?
Dogs are the best, though. We don't fucking deserve dogs, man.
I think dogs, I like dogs better than people.
Yeah,
I love
100%.
You know, my dog is like a child to us. You know, she's really just become that.
What age is she now?
My daughter?
The dog.
Oh, my dog is 3 or 4. We rescued her from where was it? Somewhere over there. Way overseas. Korea. South Korea.
Rescued her from Korea?
Yeah, I think they were gonna put her down. Then
how do you get in touch with something like that?
So my wife one day was just like, you know what? Let's look into a dog, and we were talking about it for a while. So we're like, let's just do it. You know, and she found a company out of Jersey that rescues dogs all over the world, which is nice to rescue them instead of, you know, you go to these places and you pay for them.
Yeah.
It's nice to rescue because I think they're gonna put this
they need
down.
it. You know, they're getting to the chopping block, right?
Yeah, so you know, that was good, and ever since like
so many people get these dogs are like, I want a fucking dog, and then as soon as the puppy stage is over, they don't want it no more.
Yeah, she had this type of dog when she was younger, so then we kind of just got the same kind of dog. And so far so good, man. She's really chill, which is good.
We bought our dog. We drove. Where'd we go? Lake Erie, Pennsylvania. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Drove all the way out there.
Love Pennsylvania.
Way out. That particular spot's a wee bit dodgy. Though. You ever been there, Lake Erie?
No, I don't think I've ever been to Lake Erie, but I actually lived in Pennsylvania for a little bit in the Amish country.
You lived in Amish country?
I did. Yeah,
like Lancaster or something?
Yeah, at Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That's where I was.
Wow, I drove through that shit is like going back in time. It's like you just drove through a fucking time warp. People driving down the road, horse and buggies.
A lot of horse and buggies. And everybody's so cool. You know what I mean? Everybody's so chill. You know, waving to you.
Yo, they're so nice people, right?
So nice.
I seen a fucking video. There was a big 18-wheeler drove into the field.
Okay.
And all the Amish men came out. There was like 40 or 50 of them. And they pushed the fucking thing by themselves out of the field.
Yeah.
I'm like, manpower.
Yeah, not like New York, right?
Yo, they'd be saying, fuck you, leave me in
there. A little rougher here.
Yo, people like to drive into the fucking bridge on the parkway here. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? People see fucking trucks driving down the parkway heading for a bridge and take the phone out the video instead of telling, yo, mate, you're going to hit the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, Pennsylvania's great, man. If I ever was to leave New York, that would probably be the place I'd go. Especially because it's closer to the tracks. You know, just being closer to the tracks and stuff would be one of the main reasons, but... You know, I'm a New Yorker, man. I've been here for pretty much my whole life and moved there, came back. So, you know, this is where we're at. So, you know, we just drive to the tracks.
What's the closest one in PA? Maple Grove, I guess?
I guess Maple Grove is, you know, Cecil County from us is like the same distance almost if you think about it.
We're
so
the same, Maryland, right?
Mm-hmm. And I really liked it, you know. I went there, I was there for probably a few hours. People so cool. A lot of muscle cars, which I love muscle cars. They were also, you know, oh, what's going on with this thing? You know, like even though they're older heads, you know, with the you know, a lot of Chevys and stuff like that, coming up to you, just talking, just, you know, BSing, and one of those things. It's just a common love, no matter what you got, what you're doing. Yeah. So that was cool. Beautiful track, you know.
Cecil, right?
Cecil, yeah. Pressed it for the test.
You ever heard of Gallup?
Never.
Gallup Motorsports Park?
Never.
Apparently there's a place called Gallup. It's a private owned track.
Okay.
And apparently the track's heated.
Oh.
But I think it's out that direction. Since I've never been to it myself, but somebody was telling me, my boy EJ was telling me about it.
Okay.
That this guy has a heated track, so like if it rains, they just flick the heating on.
I like that. Yeah, because weather's like one of the things for us that's kind of like, it's a killer. What was the event that we just missed not too long ago? It was a Chris Miller event.
They had to reschedule.
Yeah. So
Import Revival, right?
Import Revival, yeah. I had the ticket ready to go. Of course.
That sucks for everybody involved.
Watching the weather all day, every day, because I wanted to go.
Did it end up raining?
I think it was rain one day. It rained all day, and then especially if it's a Saturday, that's the first day. All the testing they do on Friday, which I was gonna miss because I had to work. But I was going to go Saturday morning or Friday night, and then obviously qualifying is Saturday. Yeah. And then if you don't have that, you can't pack it on to Sunday. So I guess they just had to cancel it. But
it's tough, man. That's a big fucking. That's a big call to make as well. Like,
I can only imagine.
Having all, everybody, I'm sure, texting him, blowing up his phone, fucking trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, that's like one of those things. It's probably easier to go to the party instead of throw one. So
I'm glad you mentioned that because you can rent Maple Grove with 10 fellas for $300 a man, right?
Which ain't too bad, especially if you're running all day.
Considering Pan American Nationals is $400 for the fucking just the tech card alone, you can rent the whole track to yourself. Mm-hmm. But it's only one day and it's not Pan American Nationals.
Yeah,
which fucking the biggest event ever.
Pan Am's is like that's the one. It's that's the big
iconic one.
Man. Yeah, you gonna be there?
I want to go, but I'm a cheap cunt. And I don't know if I want to pay that extra couple $100. You know what I mean? I got upset when I seen it. To be honest with you, FREEZY.
I gotta work, so I'm gonna be missing it.
You're gonna miss it?
Yeah, if I was thinking about just going maybe like the weekend just to obviously hang out.
I think I might go.
Yeah.
I'm watching because it's Pan Am's and like. Ever since I got into drag racing, that was the one that always rang a bell in my ear. Like, this is a big event.
The last Pan Am's, the last event at ACO was Pan Am's, right?
Correct.
And my car was down for that. So I wasn't able to race. I was there, but I wasn't racing, which is like the worst.
Yo, but nobody told us it was the worst. Like, if somebody had told me this is going to be like, you'd have held the burnout longer, you'd have fucking took a piece of memorabilia, you'd have did something.
If I knew that was going to be the last event at ACO, because that was, by far my favorite track. If I knew that, maybe I would have tried.
Did you ever see ACO when it had the wall?
I don't think so.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Years ago, they had a wall, like a fucking big staging wall, and there was 2 holes in the wall, either lane, and you drove through the holes in the wall.
Okay, gotcha.
I seen the old school videos of it, And I was actually at a, Cedric. I was at his birthday party the other day.
Okay.
And Queen B series. Erin.
Yep.
She was there. We were talking, and I says, "Did you remember that?" She's like, "I raced there."
Yeah.
She actually went through it before.
Back in the day.
I was like, "Wow, that's amazing. That's how long she's been in the game."
I never got to race at Englishtown either. That closed down before I got my car ready.
Before I was even in this country, I feel.
Oh, really? Okay.
When did they close?
It's got to be over a decade, I would think.
2015.
Been there a bunch of times. Went to a bunch of Honda days there. Just hanging out, and that was that's like when I first kind of started watching the all motor class. That's kind of like what got me into the. Wanting to do that. So ever since that, that was like my goal to get into that. Never got to race there, but they still have the old motor class and these other events. So
tell us a bit about the car. Why all motor?
No rhyme or reason. Always just was like into the how much can I pull out of this without a power adder? I think turbos are great. Anybody who does anything, force induction is awesome. Obviously, that's how you make the big power.
It's just cool. Big drawbacks too.
Yeah, of course, right? More power, more problems. I don't know. I always was just more drawn to the the old motor thing. Even like
the look at ITBs is fucking sexy.
Yeah, the ITBs are great. I definitely made more power with those instead of the manifold. I don't know, man.
Do you know much about the science behind the ITBs? What they
I think it's just that the more air thing, getting force.
4 individual throttle bodies, one on each, right? Mm-hmm. One on each cylinder.
Yep. So you got the 4 throttle bodies instead of the 1, and then I think just the science behind that, it's just get more air in there. Yep. Engine just a big air pump. Yeah. More air, more fuel. Can make more power. It's
pretty mechanical, or is there electrics go to it?
Yeah, so it's all mechanical. It's literally like having 4 throttle bodies. It was easy to set up, As far as tuning it goes, I'm not sure too much about that. That's where Jeffy comes in for me.
The man.
That's my
102.
The doctor.
Yeah,
that's my boy. And
he's a legend, man.
He is. My car's always healthy. Runs great. what I've done with it so far is more than I wanted to do. So, you know, he's definitely one of the guys that I gotta attribute to that. You know, and he's so good. You know, he's about his customers.
Yep.
You know, if I have a problem or a question or anything, or if I'm thinking about, you know, changing something, I'll hit him up first and see what he thinks, because it's got to kind of be that way. You know, especially like when you get to, I guess when you get to a certain point, you know, it takes a couple hands.
So he's also got so much experience.
So much. I mean, if you look at...
He's a driver himself.
He's a driver. He's got a crazy car, too.
Couple.
Yeah, right. He's got a couple.
Has he still got the all-wheel drive car?
I don't know if he has an all-wheel drive car. I know he's got a big turbo car, and he's been ace with that. And I think he just built an old motor car, maybe like something for the street.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, so now he's got those.
Got an old motor now?
Yeah, I think he's got a little
Into
motor
the
car.
dark side.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's...
He likes turbo, right?
Yeah, he's a turbo guy for sure. You know, I think he likes the turbo stuff. But, like I said, you know, I'm good with him. My car is always mint, you know.
And he's just growing and growing and growing.
Oh yeah,
he does a lot of cars.
His Instagram. I mean, he tunes so many cars. So he's got,
especially that direction, Brooklyn, Queens, all that.
And he comes all the way out here, you know, and tunes the cars out here.
To Miller's, right?
So now, you know, now that Barney and Sellers got their own dyno at the shop, it just comes right there. Yeah, you know, and it's really good. Yeah. So it's
Barney's
convenient.
a fucking killer as well with the fucking 1150 class. He's won every time he's run out.
Yeah, and he's my engine and transmission builder.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Me too. Built my car. Built my motor.
Shout outs to Barney for sure. And you know, he's a buddy of mine. So you know, he's been a big help as well.
Yo, I love to see it, man. He's doing phenomenal. You know? I've seen him at the track recently. The last event we were at in Hates Day in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean...
His missus was fucking racing the Accord.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
You know, brand spanking new cars. She was doing well.
They got the TLX, right? Or whatever?
That was TLX. I don't... Acura, I don't... Because I'm fucking foreigner. I don't see Acura. It's just Honda to me. But it's the same shit.
Yeah, so, they got that... Hey, you race anything, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, and she was good. She was consistent because the car, people don't understand bracket racing. You know what I mean? They think whoever goes down the track, whoever gets to the finish line first wins. Obviously, sometimes that is the case, but that's not the way bracket racing works.
Yeah, I mean, predominantly that's what I'm doing with mine for now. Until I want to be a little more competitive before I get into the M1 class. You know, obviously that's the end goal. You gotta have that. Gotta have a goal to reach.
100%.
But I'm fine with bracket. I've done index with the car.
M1 class at the minute are fucking killers.
Yeah, those are the killers. I mean, you know, obviously I'm not even close to that yet.
No, but you're very close.
I'm getting there. You know what I mean? A little bit more.
10.3 is your personal best so far.
10.3 is a personal best.
And you came a long way. So what did you? You know what I mean? Like what?
Doing 14s a couple years ago. So
and people think, it doesn't sound like much, but that's a lot in racing.
Yeah. Even nowadays too. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Even even 10.3, it's people don't even see that as being quick anymore. You know, the single digits is the goal.
When we were kids, FREEZY, 10-second car, you were a rocket ship.
Yeah. My father-in-law says the same thing. Huge car guy. And
Diesel helped a lot with it.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, that's what it's... I mean, Fast and Furious, right?
I don't give a fuck who says it's cheesy. That's definitely where a lot of it came from.
I watched it the other night.
Definitely where a lot. I can watch it anytime it comes on. Apart from the really new ones, it gets a bit fucking mad. There's not even cars anymore. They're driving tanks and fucking jumping buildings.
Four, like, you know, I'll rewatch those all day. But
the first one especially.
Of course, yeah. And Tokyo Drift's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yo, hands.
Yeah, I think drifting racing's cool too. So I kind of was just like that. But yeah, my
10 second.
Yeah, my father-in-law was saying back in the day, because he grew up out in Queens. He's like, if you had an 11-second car,
you were a rocket.
He's like, you were the fastest out there. So, you know, obviously nowadays everybody's doing 8s, 7s and stuff. But, you know, when I think...
But a lot of these people who are doing that speed, or not all of them, but a majority of them, they do it one or two times and the car's fucking mangled.
Yeah.
Like people who are doing 11s or 10s are usually doing that for rounds.
A lot of boost. Yeah, that's the one thing I can say about the old motor thing.
Consistency, this reliability is a big fucking thing when you're racing.
This engine has a lot of passes on it, you know, and it's been on M1 for a couple of years now and holding up. You know, obviously knock on wood, but
did Mike build your trans?
No, Barney built the trans and Barney built the motor, and Jeff tunes it.
Nice.
And all the other stuff I try to take care of as much as I can.
Yeah.
The other day,
If you don't wrench yourself, you're fucked, right?
yeah.
People don't understand the importance of doing the fucking wrenching. Just even the
That's
little
thing.
stuff. Even if you can diagnose it.
Even like I've put together motors and stuff, but as far as like degreeing and stuff like that, I haven't done that yet. So I leave that up to Barney. You know, sometimes you gotta have a professional to help you out.
Yeah, 100%.
The other day too,
Barney's been doing this forever.
He's been doing it for a long time. I watched Barney when I was younger doing it with with cars, even when I was before I even had a car to race. You know, and even the other day too, Wavy Davy from Jersey. I was having some weird things with my alignment. I always align the car. I was having some stuff. I wanted some better advice. I took my car out to him in Jersey, and same thing. You know, he helped me out with that, and he had some tricks of drag racing alignments that I didn't know of. So it was worth the trip.
A lot of people are scared to share that information. Do you ever notice that as well? Do you ever come across that?
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'll be the first to admit when I need more advice, especially with when you're trying to do something like this, it takes a couple more hands. So I'll be the first to admit when it's time to reach out, and then you learn, and then you have it forever. So you got to put that pride aside. I would have not been as far as what it is now if I was like, I can just figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think everybody knows each other. Just ask for help.
Yeah. And you did Mike's class to learn a wee bit of the
I took
the engine or the transmission.
No, I took 2 transmission classes with him or 3 transmission classes with him.
Awesome. With you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Those are cool. Those are fun.
Yeah, it was pretty sick to learn. Right?
Yeah, of course. Bunch of like-minded dudes just trying to learn another thing.
Yeah, you can't be.
That's something I've wanted to do forever. Is just figure out the transmissions. I obviously could pull them apart, stock stuff, change bearings. But as far as setting up stacks and stuff, never did that before. But
it's more of a repetition thing. Like once you see how it's done, it's not rocket science, but you do have to do it multiple times before you start getting the muscle memory to know how to put it all.
100%. And I think that is definitely one of those things you got to do a bunch of times. I'm definitely not doing it.
And I've seen people even like Mike, and he'll admit it himself. He's been doing it a million times, but shit pops up and stuff that you've never seen before, and people don't realize. And it's microscopic things. Like I've had hurt like
little
the tiniest chips, and it fucking sounded like the whole car was gonna fall apart.
Yeah, I mean you could even just that little tiny thing on a gear, and
it's crazy. You can't even see it with your eye, but when you put it in the car, and like, what the fuck?
Just ain't meshing right. So just something so small like that, and
that's the beautiful thing of cars, right? They're a fucking instrument. It's mad to see how. And then if you think about the motor side, the thing's screaming at 9,000 RPM and nothing's hitting, and everything's passing each other in perfect harmony.
Right. Especially going down the track as fast as we're trying to go. Every little thing. That's why I'm just always trying to improve it. That's why I'm always asking for advice, help, and stuff.
Yep. You say you like your drifting. Would you ever get a drift car?
If I was ever to build another car, which one's enough for now for sure.
Tell me about it.
If I was gonna do something else, it would probably be someone in LS in it, rear-wheel drive or something.
I was looking at you can put a transfer plate on the back of a K series and put the LS transmission.
Yeah, I've seen that happen in where do they put those? Obviously drift cars use a lot of LS stuff. Even K series now when they use
I think a K series is made for a drift car.
K series and LS, man. I mean, if you're gonna swap,
well, it's LS, but the V8 is a big fucking motor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
big and heavy, but double the engine work. Yeah.
When you say LS, that's a 5.3 Vortec, isn't that? Is that what's in my Suburban?
So yeah, you got a Vortec motor in that. It's an LQ4 or something like that, or it's an LS based motor. If you want like a real LS, it comes in like a Corvette GTO or something like that.
That's a 6.0.
6.0. They have 6.2s, and they have LS9s now. I'm not sure the.
I heard someone saying that they were gonna make a 4-cylinder LS.
I saw that too online. Somebody actually sent it to me because they know I'm a Chevy nut.
Trying to say that's the new K series.
I think Franco sent me that or something like that.
Oh yeah,
because he knows I'm a Chevy guy. Also,
someone was telling me about it. I was like, what?
I know. Think about it.
Very interesting.
You got the LS, but then you got the half the weight.
Mm-hmm. Do years ago, it might be the LS or it might have just been another like GM V8, but they fucking were so lazy that they plugged 2 of the cylinders and sold it as a V6.
Did they really?
Yeah. They used it in England and they used it over here.
Okay.
And they just put 2 plugs in the cylinders and
just
ran it
as a crank. Only
one. Yeah. And so it was like a big fucking coffee table on them.
Which is so strange. Why would they have 6-cylinder engines?
And why would they plug it?
I don't know.
You can Google that one.
Yeah, that's Probably not the best idea.
I think it went to like a Jag or something weird back in England, and then over here I've seen a few things as well.
Might have been a Jaguar. Jaguar uses a lot of other people's stuff. They have Ford motors in there and stuff. Even even
DeLorean, all them fucking shits from back in the day all used Ford stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean,
people don't realize as well, but over there Ford is GM. When you say GM over here, you think Chevy and GMC, but General Motors is fucking everything all over the world. It's Vauxhall, Opel.
Yeah, it used to be Pontiac here and a whole bunch of different things.
Mercury and all that. That's part
Mercury's
of GM.
Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury is.
But so Ford is part of GM, so it's like.
Is it over there?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Over here, it's Ford, Lincoln, Mercury.
If you probably look through the fucking where the money goes.
Yeah.
Probably the same company.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you look at these gas companies, BP, Shell, it's all the same fucking guy.
It's going to the same place.
It's the way politics works too. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks there's a left, a right, a middle, and it's all the same fucking guy.
Chevy over Ford all day though.
Yeah, me too. I like Chevys. 100%. Now, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't kick a Ford out of bed.
Of course. I mean, what they're doing with that new Coyote motor is pretty impressive. And I can't believe I'm saying that out loud, but
he's like, oh shit, I just said that on a microphone.
Yeah, just because I know Ford people and stuff, and I always go back and forth with them because I've always been a Chevy.
But you have to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, of course.
And I mean,
obviously they've been around,
Yeah, the only real Ford I liked was Paul Walker's fucking SVT Lightning. I loved that. The Raptors were alright.
Yeah, Raptors cool too.
But back in the day, the F100, the original, the old fucking bullnose.
That's when they really made good trucks.
That shit was nice.
Back in the day.
Model A's, Model
make
T's,
them like they used to.
All that shit. I'd love to put like a K-Series or something in one of them.
Hell yeah. I've always wanted to do something like that, like a rear-wheel drive K-Series.
With a big tire in the back, just something wild, like rat stairs. You don't even have to paint it.
Great motor. Put a good tranny behind it. And some, whatever.
It's a go-kart.
That's it.
It's a big fucking go-kart.
Yeah.
You see the go-kart sitting outside, I gotta show you.
Oh, did you? Is it out?
I put everything outside. I got the fucking moped, the scooter, the go-kart, everything's around the side.
Perfect. Taking that home. Can't wait for that
right You're fucking, you could be.
I'm
you got
excited.
good probability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
the limited 200 spots makes it, I feel like, because, you know what I mean, if a lot of these raffles are fucking thousands of spots, so you very rarely have a chance to actually win them, but 200 spots is a good shot, like.
Yeah, when people got how many spots are in some of those raffles, right?
30,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All
over the world, right? Or is it mostly
Well, I
United
think
States?
he'll only ship in the 48 states. He says 48 states or whatever it is.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys doing
somebody
that.
won in Alaska and he sent the car to Alaska. Sonic.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Alaska is nowhere near America.
I guess if you have the following.
Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you got to go through Canada.
And
that's a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
But
it was part of Russia, I think, at one time, wasn't it?
I don't even know. Maybe.
I think they gifted it to America back in the day. So
I guess if you have the following, 30,000 spots probably fills up pretty quick.
Yeah. So some of them are only $2, $1, but then they'll have 100,000 spots. Some of them.
I've entered a couple of them.
Me too.
Obviously, but
I'm not a gambler either. But some of them you cannot not enter.
Especially if it's like a favorite car.
Have you seen some of Sonic's ones he has?
The GTRs and stuff.
Boat motor, trailer, and a pickup truck.
Yeah. Right, like a brand new Tacoma.
Stop.
Not Tacoma, Tundra.
How am I supposed to turn that down?
Beautiful Tundras with a trailer and stuff like that. I definitely enter. I've entered probably ones with like R34s. Yep. That's like one of my bucket list cars. So if I see one of those, maybe I'll throw like a couple bucks.
He has a lot of NSXs.
NSXs obviously too. Whatever.
Manual. Imagine winning a manual. I would do donuts outside.
You ever get to drive one?
I've been a passenger on one.
Yeah.
Back in the day in Ireland, the right-hand drive one. A fella, Mark McMullen, years ago.
They handle it beautifully.
Oh my god, 3-liter VTEC, and the fucking thing's right behind your ear.
Yeah. I've only driven one. It was stock, obviously. I worked for a Honda shop a couple years ago, and this lady had one, completely stock, everything like that. But after working on it, getting the test drive and everything, didn't go crazy with it. But you could just feel that car was made to hug. Felt so good.
Do you know the Integra, I think, was the best hand-on front-wheel drive car in the world?
I believe it.
The DC2, and then they made the DC5, and then it was the next one.
Gotcha. Yeah, they do a lot of things like
they know how to
Type R.
These cars are not supposed to go straight.
Was it in Germany, the Nürburgring?
Oh, man. My boy Tommy Brady just went.
Okay.
And took a lap around.
How far is that?
13 miles.
Is it 13 miles?
I think it's 13 miles.
See, that's sick.
It's got like, I don't know, I'd probably fuck it up saying how many corners, but it's like over 100 corners, something like that. But it goes around the town of Nordschleife.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm fucking it up again. But it's Germany. I don't know how to fucking speak German, but yeah, the town of Nuremberg in Nordschleife or something like that. It's called.
Yeah.
But you pay that shit's open 364 days a
Yeah,
year.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Road race.
You just roll in. And the crazy part is, like, you don't need to have a cage, you don't need to have anything, you can just go.
Go ahead and do it.
And if you crash, you're fucked. You have to pay for the fucking, like, the cornerstones, the barriers.
Yeah.
You have to pay for all that stuff.
It'd be cool to do though, right?
Oh my god.
You know, take a car out.
Years ago, anybody who was doing, like, I think it was like sub 10 minutes was fast.
Mhm.
Now they're down to like 7
Yeah.
minutes.
Right? Didn't they do something with the stock Type R not too long ago? That they broke a record with it or something like that.
I'm not sure what one.
Yeah, like one of the newer Type Rs, but they did something cool with it, and then you know, obviously just out the factory. What an awesome car, right?
Yeah, bro.
I like those new Type Rs too.
Yeah, the turbo, right?
Yeah, a little. What is it?
What do you think about that?
2.0 or 2.5 turbo or something like that.
Honda's never going to make V30 again? They said, right? That's it over.
I mean, I would hope they would do it. That's like their selling point.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It stands for variable valve timing electronic lift controller or something.
Yeah.
It stands for.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Nothing like it. I remember hearing it for the first time ever
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, and just like, instant fucking addiction.
Yeah, you gotta love the technology,
The
especially
crossover,
like in the
5800 RPM.
yeah. You know, now especially too with the K series and stuff with variable valve timing and then VTEC and all that stuff.
You know, I've drove very little K series in my life. I don't like the gearbox. I'm not a fan of the gearbox. The first K series I ever drove was a right hand drive EP3.
Yeah.
So the gearbox is up here.
Yep.
It sticks up on a dashboard, and it was weird as fuck.
It's definitely the weak point in the swap.
Right?
You know, well,
is it the cable? Is it the what makes it feel odd?
you know what ends up happening? You know, after a while, beating the way we would drive it, right?
Mm-hmm. The
I'm
way you're
thinking-
supposed to drive it?
Once once the cable starts stretching and stuff, you know, you're not pulling into that gear properly or going into the next one properly.
You
And I'm
can't
thinking
feel it.
that's where it.
Yeah, and you don't, because the play and the cable, the stretch,
You
you
think
don't,
you're still shifting in,
and it's not there.
you know.
But then also I notice there's a few people who don't even try and go for the pattern. I think some people, because a lot of 1-2-1ers, a lot of 2-3-2. I think some people
Thank God
aren't.
I've never done that.
I think some people just aren't used to driving a manual, and they get excited and they try and just push forward instead of coming out, over, and then up.
I've definitely missed a bunch of gears.
I would rather miss a gear than fucking. The 1-2-1 I think is pretty hard.
Yeah. Luckily, the shifter I
Shouldn't fuck
have.
with me saying that. Like,
Yeah. The shifter I have, it forces you to not money shift.
You have a lockout?
I have a lockout. It's the inline racing. Some these guys down in Florida. Shout out to them. They're really cool. I've talked to them a couple times over Instagram, and just their shifter. I think they started making them for Evos first, and then I first saw it at the at ACO one time. You know RPT Ricardo.
Yeah.
So he had it in
Legend of the game.
Yeah, 100%. I have his.
I was actually putting
his
shirt on.
harness.
I had a shirt on earlier.
Yeah, his
Honda Vision.
Fuel Tech harness is the one I had in my car.
Yo,
and,
he's so talented. Sorry to interrupt you
yeah,
there.
he does whatever. I love the K-Swap Minis too. I love that.
Imagine driving that fucking thing.
Yeah.
600 horsepower, turbo, whatever, and all.
That's like the best of both worlds because you got like a car that handles good out the box, but you just the drivetrain that comes in them is not good. So you put a nice K series in there all day. But we first saw that shifter. Oh, it's all good. He had that. So literally, you go back into second. It forces you into the next gear. You can't go back unless you pull up.
What happens? Something falls in place.
Yeah, it's like a circle, and then it pretty much what ends up
Smart
happening is,
people out here.
boom. You go back. It's all billet, so you just go back, and it drops down. And then when all you got to do is just push, and then it just forces you. And it's like a channel, so you can't go back. So when they came out with the K series, I found one used, thank God, because they're a little a little bit, but I think it was worth it because
it's worth
it saves you.
So it's like
Saves the motor.
You're better off paying up to save
now
in the future.
Yeah, because nobody wants to go
deal
back
with
at 10,000 RPMs into the last gear.
Everything, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure.
It happens a lot,
float
man.
valve, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever springs you have in the head. If you're
I've seen them
going
do
back,
stoppies.
Yeah.
Like lift the back wheels off the ground. Like that's fucking nuts. That means you came right off the clutch, right?
I'm thinking they're full throttle. Even let's say power shifting.
Yeah, because they don't use a clutch, right? PPG.
PPG.
Do you use clutch?
So now I have a strain gauge in the car.
So you don't let off at all?
Nothing. No. Even when I had a stock tranny, I was still not.
How the fuck do they come up with this shit?
I don't know. It's awesome. I mean,
talk me through like how it works. I've never drove one.
Pretty much in the shift knob there's a sensor, so when it feels you pull or push, it's cutting ignition and fuel, so it lets you slows down the tranny a little bit instead of you like clutching it, and then it just lets you go into the next gear. You gotta have a PPG with dog, any kind of dog gear setup to do it.
Yep.
Because with a synchro it wouldn't work. But people still flat foot shift with synchros. I did it with stock type S tranny with just a differential.
Yours is five speed.
It's four speed now.
Oh, it's just total 4.
Yeah, so it's 4-speed and the 5th gear is cuffed.
Yeah, so you do have a 5th.
No 5th.
Oh, it's cuffed.
Just 4.
Gone.
Yeah, just 4 gears.
So, what is it? They put a 6th or something so that you can street. Some people put a.
You can put a 6th. I guess if you wanted to, you go past 5th and just go into 6th. If you were street
driver.
Yeah.
Do you drive the car on a street
Nah,
driver?
I can't anymore. It's on a 16-volt system, so there's no alternator.
No
Electric
heat,
water
no.
pump. Oh, nothing. Yeah. I mean, it's
Full race car.
There's just an aluminum dash, my fuel tech, and Kirky seat.
Was that always the plan, or has that just happened?
No, that wasn't the plan. That was not. I had it.
It's funny how it happens.
It was not. I bought the car completely stock. It was an SI, so it had nice. The interior was like perfect, right? And it had the nice CRX SI seats. The body was okay, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, 30-year-old car.
Fucking black. Is it a black style?
It's a
factory black car.
Yeah, it's a black car. I wanted black. I like the black cars. Black are
Hardest color to keep, but the best color.
Yeah,
It's clean.
it just looks mean. I've always just liked the way a black car looks.
Mm-hmm. Murdered black. They call it.
Everything's
That's
black.
the new kids call it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I first put my B series in there. That came out of EF Hatch. It was a B20 VTEC, 12.5 piston. Real simple setup, Crowder 3s in it. Made like 230 on 85. Nothing crazy, but I would just
The 85. How long ago was this?
This was over 10 years ago.
Wow, you had the 85 then.
Yeah, 85.
I never heard about the 85 till I started coming to this country, and then people tell me, "Oh, you change over fuel, and you can get fucking 50 horsepower more just fuel."
I got a pump down the road from me that's 85, and
we have it right here too.
That was. I would literally just boom 85 and drive the car around.
That's crazy.
It was great. It's convenient, especially out
cheap too.
It's a little cheaper, and you make a little more power. So why not? Especially if it's a car you're not driving all the time.
Yeah.
Just obviously it's not the best for the fuel lines, but get the right fuel lines and call it a day.
It's good if you keep using the car.
Yeah, 100%. Don't let it sit. Obviously that happens too. Same thing with the M1. I'm constantly draining the fuel system. I bought an injector cleaner machine just to.
You have one in your own house?
Yeah, just for this.
Yeah.
Because the injectors that shit can't sit in there.
Mine hasn't happened yet, but I come out religiously. If I'm not using the car, I'll turn it on, let it heat up, hit the 2-step.
Definitely. Clear them out. Even.
It's not good. They say the inside of the tank and all it eats as well.
I think it gums up, that 85. And then.
Corrosive, right?
And the same thing with the M1. And then, the guy
M1's
with the nitro.
M1's even worse.
Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah, it'll get that, it'll eat the fuel lines up, but we have.
Flashes, right? Like a flash rust, like a surface rust. Like if you leave it on metal.
So you gotta use, you can't have it definitely can't, you have to have a certain tank for it too, I think. But,
like a cell.
Yeah, so there's definitely other things. The injectors too is a big one.
Has to be
stainless steel insert.
Or built.
So it's a stainless steel inside because I guess it'll just eat the plastic up. So I'm trying to avoid all those problems.
Have you ever heard of people running the nitro with the fucking? Apparently they put oil in the gas. I'm running like a 2-stroke.
I've heard that I don't know if this is a true thing. Apparently it was something that muscle cars did back in the day, but they would put nitro in the oil of the motor.
Mm-hmm.
Gap the rings different, so come past the rings a little bit, and then you get more power like that. And then if they test your fuel,
it's not in there.
It's not in there. Yeah. So it's almost like getting a little nitrous or something.
Exercise in the gray area.
Yeah,
that's what
obviously the motor's not going to last as long.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you got the money, you can go for it.
Of course. Yeah, that nitro that's next level. That's not for me.
So you started off with the B20.
Yeah, I had a B20 VTEC, and then I took it out of my EF Hatch. I completely cut that car up for whatever reason, and then I found this CRX completely stock. That's the best way to start. Because then you don't have to worry about everybody else's issues.
Glad you said that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. They go, "Oh, I'm going to buy this shell." You buy a shell, and you never know what the fuck ghosts it has.
This was a guy that had no idea what racing probably was.
Complete car.
It was complete. Sunroof worked. Everything was good. Mm-hmm. And then I put the B20 VTEC in there just to mock everything up. Had it plumbed.
It was a single jingle?
No, yeah. When I bought it, it was just a single cam. I guess a 1/6.
Auto?
Yeah. No, it was stick.
Oh, Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was stick. I think that side might only even come stick.
Okay.
And then so got rid of that. Sold the single cam probably for a couple $100. Put the B20 VTEC in there from the last car, and it was just going to be that, just driving around the street. Had a hood exit header before hood exit headers were a thing, and then
it's just tough though, right? Because it goes all over the fucking window.
that was the thing, especially with that one. It would, it was.
See people put a sack on when they start the car.
Yeah,
they put a sack over the top.
In the the B series, it's in the front too, so you're getting everything. At least with the K series, it's
off to the side.
A little bit, So. And then I took that motor back out after it was all mocked up, everything was plumbed, ready to go, right? Just needed to, I was going to refresh it, new bearings, new rings, and then I was going to put it back in and just drive it like that. Whatever it made, I was going to have fun. Car was completely stock, black slipstreams, that was it.
Nice.
And then, so I took the motor out, took it to my buddy's shop, Morris Popov, he's out from out east too. He's a buddy of ours from back in the day.
That's one does the welding for Barney?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, he does good work. He did stuff on my car too.
Known Morris for years and years. Yeah. So we took the motor apart, completely destroyed. Right? 2 cracked sleeves.
Lovely.
And that was it. So I sold all the B series stuff, and then 1K series, and then I put
never look back.
Never look back. I mean, especially if you're gonna do an all motor, I think that's
the way.
Yeah. With technology and all that stuff.
I feel like K's amazing as well for a turbo up to like 600 horsepower, and then I feel like if you want to go way up to the sky, maybe better with a B.
They seem to be doing better with the B series with the turbo stuff,
right?
Yeah,
like the 1,000 horsepower shit.
Yeah,
but then when I feel like the K series might work a little better with all-wheel drive.
You know what? I think if you're turning the boost up in anything, it's gonna make power. But I think when you're making 1,300 horsepower, a B series is probably just easier to service.
Yeah.
You think about it. You can have how fast can you have the cylinder head off of this thing?
So the beautiful thing about putting these back together is you don't have to use any silicone or any sealant when you're putting this because there's no timing chain.
Right.
So Cedric said that was literally the reason he went from B to K and then back to B, because when you're putting that shit back together, it takes too long.
Yeah.
And a lot of people fucking talk shit on the internet as they do, fucking keyboard gangsters, but it's 100% right, because if you're trying to get back into this days and age, you don't have time for that shit.
Exactly. Maybe the people that are saying that, they never really did that.
Correct.
So I think B series, K series
probably never even did a burnout.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking people talk me shit.
They're both great. I just think if you're gonna do like an all motor thing, it's bigger. You know what I mean? And
yours is 2.4?
Yeah, 2.4.
But some people do, like Fat Boy, I think he has a 20 up top, or a 2.4 head with a 2.0 bottom or something.
Yeah, probably better for
backwards.
boost. Yeah, from what he didn't like Dave, he's got like a 2.0 bottom, and apparently that's better for a boost, shorter stroke. And
maybe Fat Boy has it the other way. Maybe I'm fucking it up. But whatever way it is, Fat Boy has it backwards though. Normally, and it works really well.
Yeah, so he's probably maybe it's a 2.0 bottom man. Yeah, but either way, turn up the boost, make more power.
K takes it so much with the cast block, like frustrated EG has his cast block.
Yeah, cast block just leave. Obviously the billet stuff's better, but if you're gonna keep breaking things.
So the better thing about the billet is they say when you window it, you can fix it.
I don't know.
Apparently so.
That's pretty cool.
Apparently a fucking whole window in it, and they can fix it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Can't do that with a cast.
Nah. Nope. And K series seem to throw the cylinder 4 rod a lot.
Is that a thing, eh?
Yeah, especially if you watch the old motor guys, they
J-Rock just fucking. I don't know if he threw, but something happened to him when we were at Day too. He was doing so well.
Yeah, just
killer.
If I had to take a guess, I think it's because that's furthest away from the oil pump, and and it's by the clutch, and you're getting that most.
I blew up 2 B series. Both times it happened, it was the oil pump.
Okay.
I feel like Hondas don't really die unless the oil, and if they get starved from oil or fuel for any length of time, they do not like it.
Of course. One thing I will say about the K series is the oil pumps. I mean, you get yourself the Type S pump, have it ported. I have an S2000 pump of mine.
What does that mean by ported? They make it bigger,
so they're
more
like when
more
you take apart the Type S pump, you'd have to watch a video to really understand. But it's like they almost smooth out one area and maybe open it up a little bit.
Better flow.
Just get more oil. It doesn't. They say. Obviously, like I never watched a video if they have it'd be hard to see on the inside, but it cavitates above 9,000 RPMs. So you're not getting all that oil in all the time. So you get maybe an air pocket to put it in a term. but they poured it. You know, Four Pistons sells them now. You just buy them straight up instead of buying them and have them ported.
Who would you mentioned Four Pistons? Who would your favorite like go fast brand be?
I do follow Four Piston a lot. They seem to have the cylinder head game going. You know,
Remy Racing.
Yeah,
They do more with B series than K series, or
I don't know. I mean, I have a block in my house that's sleeved by Ramy. That's gonna go. That's gonna be the next motor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he seems to have a pretty big following, especially with sleeve and blocks. You know, he seems to be the guy for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I follow mostly the whatever the big old motor guys are doing. You know, I'm watching that. You know, trying to see what the next best thing is.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the end goal with the car, just to
Jimmy
race
Marsh
with those guys. Yeah.
Jimmy Marsh is murdering. I think they're down at the North v South this weekend for.
Where's that down
South
in
Carolina?
South Carolina, yeah.
Looks like a backyard track to be honest with you.
Is that the no prep thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something I haven't tried yet.
I'd like to have a rip at that shit too.
Coming out right by my house in August.
Calverton?
Yeah.
I haven't been. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, this year I'm gonna do it just because.
Yeah,
it's so
I haven't
close.
been yet.
I always said it's like
That's that place, Long Island
drag strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need a
Calvert.
drag strip.
Fucking right, we do. Why can't we make like a union freeze?
Oh
You know
man.
what I mean? Why can't we like get everybody together and everybody fucking like donate the raffles all day long and never win that, and we could donate the fucking putting the track together.
I would love to. I would love it. You know, instead of just testing the car, we gotta drive 3 hours.
Sucks.
You know, every time you change something, let's say you change something on this, you want to try it out, you gotta drive far.
Even if it was upstate a wee bit.
Yeah.
I could live
They do
with
have
it.
tracks upstate,
But it's going over the bridges
they're
that
far.
fucks you.
They're far.
That's what fucks you.
Exactly.
The bridges, right?
We just need something on the island.
Yeah, we do.
You know, there's so much
Space out there, bro.
out east.
So much.
There's plenty of room. There, it's just space.
Get the fucking white women to give up one of them vineyards.
We need.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. We need a track.
There's plenty of vineyards out there.
There's
We need a
plenty.
fucking track.
There's plenty. And you know, just even off like the highway or something, if they gave us something, just a.
I always think
test.
like there's got to be a rich motherfucker out there who's got a big property who could do it without anybody really telling them no. You know?
Man, that'd be great. Maybe one day. You know, I'm hopeful for sure because this is where we live and no signs of the leaving. So it would be nice. But the Calverton thing is obviously a step in the right direction. So
Yeah, I like it.
shout outs to.
But the track is a wee bit. Is it a wee bit rough or?
You know, it's a no prep thing, and you know it's on an old airstrip, Grumman. So
Okay.
you know but
It's got a lot of history that place, Grumman. Right?
yeah, but I think after all the events now they're starting to lay a little rubber down, so maybe it's starting to get a little better. You know.
Like 66.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ever see that road?
Of course. Yeah, I live right there.
Yo, I shouldn't have said the thing, but you know what I mean. But it's that road is crazy for a street road. It looks like a drag strip.
Right. So much rubber laid down.
So much rubber. They've been racing there for 30 years or more, right?
I mean, you can tell. It looks like it.
There's bits of the road missing. Do you ever see the paddle
Yeah.
horses?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, they do what they do.
Yeah, the muscle cars use the ladders, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that's where it started. You know, you see Honda's doing it now, and you know.
They don't like us much, I don't think, in the street racing more. Like the old heads, I feel like are more muscle, right? They don't like imports. That's the thing, right?
And you know, you gotta respect all the rides.
I love everything.
Everything.
All of it. Like, see, back home, we have so many makes that don't exist here, like Renault and Peugeot and Vauxhall, you know, a lot of stuff. And we love them all, you know. You think all of them.
Anything that you could.
We don't even like the Brits, but we'll drive their cars.
Yeah.
And the French and the folk, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I love cars. I take them all.
Anything automotive, man. You know, that's
trains,
why I like,
planes, boats, all of it.
I'm just I like to say like I'm an automotive enthusiast.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember back in the day, it used to be the Honda game. Like I just used to say I'm a Honda enthusiast. You know, it's just no matter what, if you can get in and drive it, and if you're gonna race it, even better. So, love it all. Love all the cars.
Who would you say your favorite racer is?
Favorite racer of all time? That's a good question.
Could be an anything. No, you don't have to be drag racing. I don't even know
Good
if
question.
I don't even know if I. Well, I would
Who's
say
yours?
Art and Senna.
Okay.
You know who Art and Senna
No.
is? Art and Senna. I probably say his name wrong, but he was a Formula One driver.
Gotcha.
Back in the day, he died.
Formula One's big over.
Massive.
Yeah.
You ever hear of James Hunt?
Never.
You should watch a movie called Rush.
Okay.
Great fucking movie about Formula One. I'll give you a wee bit of insight. You ever heard of Nicky Lauda?
No.
It's a guy fucking crashed and fucking went on fire in the car and all. So James Hunt and Nicky Lauda were fucking competitors. James Hunt was a drunk Nicky Lauda was like all about it. Like he'd come and stay up to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, he studied everything about fun. He actually ended up. I think he just died recently, like 80-something years old. But he owned Formula One. Like he owned He ended up owning a big whack of it.
Nice.
Who's the guy? Bernie Eccleston or something? That's the guy who owns Formula One.
Started watching that series that they have on Netflix for Formula One, and it's sick.
I don't.
That's next level.
Nowadays, I'm not a big fan because the cars are so good. It's almost boring.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Electronics going on in those things.
And then they have this other thing. What they do now with the lift, they open the wing at the back. It's called something, or I don't know what it's called, but you can take over the guy. I don't know. There's a lot of computers, you know. Back in the day, in Arkansas's day, or fucking James Hunt, like
you're driving a car probably.
that shit was go kart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're driving.
Oh my god, that shit had nothing. No
nowadays,
power
steering wheels. It looks like a video game.
I don't even think they have a foot pedal anymore.
I don't even know.
I think the accelerator. Everything in the
Okay.
car is on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would believe it. You know.
And they're small motors too. They're like 1300 cc.
Yeah.
They're not like massive big motors.
There's Honda motors in those things too, right?
Yeah, well, they have Williams, they have Mercedes, Honda,
Right.
they do them all, you know.
Yeah.
And some of the big names, you know. Lewis Hamilton, he's the man. You ever hear of him?
No.
So he's like the biggest man, you know.
Yeah, he's the guy,
He's
right?
an English kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I did actually hear of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the
He's
star right now.
Yeah. So there's him. There's Sebastian Vettel. I don't think he's even racing at the minute, but he was big for a while.
Young guys too.
Yeah.
Young guys doing that.
Michael Schumacher, you know him, right?
I've heard that name.
So he was the man.
Yeah.
And he ended up fucking falling in a skiing accident and breaking his back.
And that was it.
After fucking surviving 200 mile an hour plus every day his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Constantly racing.
How do we get that job?
How do we get that job?
Yeah, that's the job.
How do we get that job?
Yeah.
Like even to be a paid gun to drive drag racing, I would do.
Yeah, I would like that too. You know, even if I wasn't even getting paid, you know, go to drag race. Yeah. If I can get to see more than I do now, I'd be happy.
Could you imagine somebody came to you and said, "Listen, this is my car. Everything you want, just drive the fucking bitch for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll pay you a
100%.
salary." There's people out there who that's
Yeah, some of these big name companies like, you know, Preunto and stuff, they hire guys.
Chris Sellers.
Yeah, he's getting in there soon too,
Right?
which is awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. You know.
So what? I talked. I congratulated him, but I didn't really ask him about it. So he's a driver, or he's like part of the brand for now.
I think he's gonna be a driver, if I remember correctly. I talked
I'd love to
about
know
it
what
real
way
quick
it
one
works,
day.
you know?
But how cool is that?
How good
You
is
know.
that, bro?
You know,
Fair play
just
to him.
going out there driving.
Chris, he's always working. He's always doing his thing too.
Yeah.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, and he's been doing it for a while too.
Yeah.
You know, and he's helped me a lot too with my
Sticker
car.
sellers in the front of the barrel there.
Yeah. He's helped me a lot in my car too. A lot of questions. You know, he's a big old motor guy. And
Yeah. He does. He started the part out thing. Started doing all that now as
Yeah.
well. He didn't.
Yeah, I bought a lot. The engine that's in my car right now was actually I bought from him. I've done a couple things to it since, like, you know, just lock VTEC, degree and stuff, but all my parts and everything, all the PBG and everything, I bought through him.
And he left Deer Park. He's not there anymore. He's away.
Yeah, they went to another shop, nice place,
Nice.
and now they got the dyno.
And that's his own.
It's so convenient.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Can't beat that, man.
No.
I think Fat Boy was the first. I think he was. You know, he went and got his own thing.
Right,
I feel
yeah,
like
he
a
got
lot
his
of
own
people
dyno.
seen it working for him and were like, you know what, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, if you
He
can
actually
find one.
talked about it here.
Oh, did he?
He was the first person ever to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
He didn't have a dyno at the time, and I asked him a question. I was like, "You gonna have a dyno?" And I'm pretty sure you already had it in the works when I asked him, because he like the smile and all, and then all of a sudden, and then just look how well it worked
Yeah,
out.
it's like, and yeah, he's tuning cars,
Killing it.
Rent the dyno.
Runs the
Makes him
dyno.
really
He has little dyno days. And,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the last dyno day he had actually wanted to go to it, but I took my car to
It's a good dyno
There's a
too.
shop.
I believe.
Yeah,
You know?
so Jeff was doing something with my car that day, so I wasn't able to go. But I mean, that's cool to have dyno days and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
grill some.
We need more shit like that.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Definitely. I wonder if Seller's gonna have one. He should have one.
Yeah, I think they said they wanted to.
Tell
You
him
know.
to have one. We'll come over.
Yeah. hell
Do
yeah.
some burnouts.
Yeah.
Then he fuck off.
In
Rich
the car.
bastard. Rack on my pocket.
That's all right. That's what it's about.
The EF CRX. You've always been an EF. You never had anything or any other.
Yeah,
platform?
I've always liked the CRX. You know, glutton for punishment. It's definitely not
it's
the
a
easiest
dinosaur,
test.
right?
It is a dinosaur.
It's an old car.
Yeah, the wheelbase
Yours
is
is
short.
80s or 90s?
91.
91.
Yeah, last year they made that. I've always loved it though. I like EGs too. I love EKs. I like them all, but for some reason I've always liked that.
Yeah, I think a CRX was the first one I really fell in love with. I remember seeing it with no back seats and all, going, "What the fuck is this thing? This thing is nuts."
Yeah.
E16.
Freaking
Because back home we get VTIs. Right-hand drive VTI.
The first car, my first like Honda that I got, I actually bought from Dave. It was just a black 91 CRX, so full circle. Beat that thing up for a little bit.
Dave always did the CRXs as well.
He's had CRXs, yeah, I think pretty much the whole time. I had an EF hatch for a while. Yeah, there he is. And I had a red EG for a little bit that I was going to turn into something like for the track and everything. And then I took whatever I was going to do with that, and I ended up putting in. I bought a EF hatch. I had that for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've had a bunch.
She wants an EF hatch.
Yeah.
Right? One day we seen one on a car show. We like a light blue. It wasn't Captiva blue, but it was like, and it had a big sound. She's Puerto Rican, so big sound system in the background, fucking. Yeah. And she fell in love with it. She's like, I want that. Yeah. I mean, you had to pick the most expensive fucking shell, like.
Right.
Yeah, that's hard.
Shells go big money now.
Did you see him on Eat Sleep Race? You see his Brian?
What he has
a white one.
A white
EF hatch, and he just put I believe it was like the first ever edition of the Volk wheels.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always loved the EF hatch and the CRX. I even like the 4-doors too. You know, the EF 4-doors, yeah.
Dylan just sold his. You see
that thing was sweet.
I don't know if
that was a nice looking car.
Dylan's going through. We better something at the moment. Sure, that happens to the best of us.
Yeah,
I hope he's alright.
You know,
he's doing photography now.
Yeah, coming out good.
Yo, listen, whatever you're into, you know what I mean. Whatever gets you to bed at night.
Hell yeah. Yeah, but CRX I've had this one for like over 10 years now, so you know, just sticking with it. I've definitely had people say you got to take this and put this in an EG, like take everything, because the trailing arms and everything will swap over, but I want to stick with it. You know, I have goals with the car, and I'm gonna try to see it through.
What is your end goal? Well, I wouldn't say end goal, but what do you want to do in the next 5 years? M1?
Definitely mid-9s. You know, that would be the goal. I have a...
Car's got it in it, right?
Right now, it's probably got a 10-1 in it, the way it sits. Once I get the bugs worked out.
What do you think's holding you back right now?
Just that issue I'm having with the vibration, which I think we got that figured out.
That's why you pulled the trans?
Yeah, that's why I pulled it, yeah.
The trans is out right now.
Trans is out right now. It's on the floor in the garage, and Barney's going to be getting it tomorrow.
Special delivery for you,
We're going to see what's going on with that. Probably going to be something simple, you know, like maybe the final drive is...
That's a good thing about Barney. He'll probably open it with you, right?
Yeah.
Go through it and show you.
Yeah, and, you know, hopefully we can figure out right there, get whatever we need, put it back in. I'm trying to get back to the track next month, so God willing.
So the last time out you went 10.3?
10:33 at like 1:32.
That's fast, bro. You let off?
No. Went to the track.
The whole way.
Yeah. Yeah. Slowing it down now.
You got a shoot, right?
No shoot. Just...
That's breaking out for you, right?
I think you need to shoot at...
Just 10.50. I don't think you can go over 10.50 without a shoot.
So I have...
Because 9.50 you have to have a shoot.
I think once you get... I forgot what the mile per hour is, but...
150.
150, you have to have a shoot. So I'm...
But you're doing...
130.
Yeah, but you're doing 150 speeds without doing 150, if you understand me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Friggin'... I have a cage that's good enough for 10-0, and then once I dip into the 9s, then you need a 10-point.
What do you think about the 60-foot good for you? Short time?
Yeah, it's usually 1.5s, so that's pretty good. I want to cut
the
that
light?
down too. The light...
Cutting any zeros?
No zeros. You know, good enough for now.
Yo, I want to get that shit. That's very hard.
Zero.
It's very hard.
Yeah, that is hard.
Even then, even a part not 0, 0, 0, but even a double 0 would be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Testing tunes are the best for all that stuff. Yeah.
You know?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never had something like that.
Yeah, I had the number 1 qualifier and number 2 qualifier. I was number 1 qualifier.
In the 1150?
Yeah. I was number 1 qualifier Pan American Nationals, 29th from the last one. And I red-lit myself going into eliminations like a wanker. And then H-Day was number 2 qualifier out of fucking 60-something cars.
Yeah.
Because, 1150 is massive. It's the biggest fucking class, like.
Yeah.
And then,
there's so many people that
red-lit myself again.
Yeah.
Going into eliminations.
The 1050 and 1150 seem to be, like, the biggest classes.
I feel like they carry the events. I don't care what anybody says. If you look at the cars and you look at the pay, you know what I mean? And then, like, especially recently with the price going up too, like if you pay $400 for a tire card, you pay all the trailers, the hotels, get everything there. They up the payout, which is $5,000.
Yeah.
People don't realize that's between 4 people. So you know what I mean?
Right. First, second,
third, and fourth. So you're probably only going to get $2,000.
Yeah. So
you're not even making what you
just spent. You're
just doing it for the love. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much it. I never really, like, every time I've competed, you know, it's
and that's
always,
only if you win.
right.
You
If
fucking
you
no
win.
chance of winning. You know, very few people even have a shot at
very
getting
little
you know,
chance, especially in like a 1050 and 1150.
Anybody can go fast, but nobody. It's very hard to be consistent.
Yeah, Barney seems to have that down where he hits the 1150s.
Every time he told me every time he's been out, apart from one time he went, I think he got second, and every other time he won first.
Yeah,
that's a record.
Yeah.
If you were a fighter, like you wouldn't fight that fucker.
I like the M1 class because it's heads up, so you just send it every time. You know, that's why I really want to race that class. It's just, you know, you don't have to worry about lowering your limiter or nothing like that, letting off here or nothing. It's just full send.
So that's my problem. I have to get that 119 and let off. But it gets me 1150 on the nose every time.
But you know perfectly 119.
As soon as I see 119, 120, I just let go.
Yeah,
it's 150 on the nose every time.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, see, every time I tried to do the index classes, I was never able to like figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta, and that's another thing too.
I went 11.2 one time. I stayed in it for a wee bit.
And that was full send?
Well, I let off, but didn't let off quick enough for 11.2.
Yeah.
I think there's a 10 in there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
High 10.
100%.
But,
what's a 60 foot look like?
1.5, 1.6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a 10 in
I
there.
have a 23-inch tire. I mean, my car's hard up like a fucking truck compared to everybody else, you know? So I feel like a lot of that slowed me down, plus the fucking, just the regular trailing arms, but it's all excuses, you know.
Hey,
the only thing that's holding me back is
the
fucking head. I mean, it
first
doesn't
10
matter what's
pass,
in the car, what you do, it's all in your fucking head.
When you hit that first 10, it's good. I'll never forget that.
Yeah,
you know,
because as a kid, like we said, as a kid, 10-second car that meant something.
Yeah.
If you had a 10, it was like, you know, in the 50s and 60s, if you drove a Cadillac, you were somebody. You know, if you drove a Lincoln, you were somebody. Nowadays, everything's owned by the fucking bank. You know what I mean? But, so 10 seconds to me is like that. It's like a prestigious thing to say.
That was like that was my goal. I wanted 10s. Like once I turned it into like going from that street car with the stock K in it, and then when I made it what it is now, like I just wanted a 10.9. You know, and then I got the 10.9, and that wasn't enough. You know,
it's crack, bro. You just want more, give me more, give me more.
Went out there with stock trailing arms, made 320, and nothing crazy going with stock training. And when I got a 10.9 out of that thing, and I was so pumped up about it. You know, now I want a 9.
It's not easy. I mean,
no.
People think it's stuff like driving in the straight lane and all that. It's not easy. I didn't really like drag racing, to be honest with you. For my whole life, I was always into the corner stuff.
Yeah.
Where I grew up in Belfast, we have it's called the Ulster Grand Prix. It goes around the mountain, and they road race on motorcycles. 1000cc bikes doing over 200 mile an hour around country roads.
That's crazy.
Missing fucking curbstones and walls and bushes both sides, and this is a two-way road. And so 2 days of the year, every year, that's closed down for them to race on. But the rest of the year, it's a public road.
You guys got a lot of rally racing over there too, right?
Right now, Donegal Rally's going on. My boys are at it.
Those guys are crazy.
My boy Hassan and Tommy McGuinness are at it right now, doing circles. One of them has a twin cam, you know, the Toyota twin cam.
Okay.
Fucking fully restored, red over black things.
Flying through these corners.
Oh, man.
Getting there.
So a lot of them do, joy over here, we call takeovers.
Yeah.
I like doing donuts.
Yeah.
I mean, but these takeover cunts are ruined it for everybody. Do you know what I mean? Now when you do a donut, you're a fucking scumbag, you know what I mean? Back home, people do donuts and they call it diffing.
Okay.
And they put cones out and all, and they go to like a secluded area, they call it location X. We used to do this shit when we were kids way back in the day. And they go and they diff around and they go wing to wing. The cars come wing to wing with each other and don't touch. Round and round in a circle. I'll send you some videos. It's pretty cool, like real quality of driving, you know. You get some scumbags too, but they don't fucking set shit on fire and start running people over.
That's bad news.
It's fucking so bad.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that about? That's not car scene.
That's
like riding. It's like riding. They're riding with cars.
Yeah, they're not car enthusiasts. They're not car people. They're just, you know,
scumbags.
Yeah, making everybody else look bad.
Yo, it's so fucking bad.
It is. But it's
I like doing circles.
Sure, yeah. Who doesn't like smoking a tire?
That's the whole point of fucking having a rear-wheel drive car, you know what I mean?
I would like to go to other places and see car culture like that in other spots, like Japan and stuff like that. You know, they have their own car culture at nighttime and stuff. How cool would that be?
Come on, phone and show them right now. My boys just sent me private messages before. They're at it right now. They're at the Donegal Rally.
And where is this?
Donegal. You ever heard of Donegal?
Is that in Ireland?
It's in Ireland, yeah. So Ireland is like the way America has 50 states. We have 32 counties.
Okay.
26 of the counties is Republic of Ireland, and only 6 counties in the north is called Northern Ireland.
Gotcha.
That's owned by England.
Yeah.
We spend British pounds and all. You know what I mean? So it's like 2 separate countries. Yeah. I don't know, what was the point then? What would you ask me before?
I don't remember.
I don't know. But yeah, so I'll show you these fucking boys. He's just sending me the videos. This is what they do. They go to these fucking...
What's that like? MR2?
That's an MR2. It's a chaser.
Oh, yeah, okay. Toyota, right?
Shit, he sent me more videos. Somebody blew the fucking tire right off. She's a wee bit fucked there, sir. That's my boy Chris Mackers. He was sending me videos earlier. Let me see. Nah, they go away once he sends. But that's what they go there, and
so everybody can hang out and watch the races go on, right?
So the rally is actual racing. You know, they have the stages and they race. It's on the road. Some of it's on the road. Some of it's through the forest. Some of it's some of it's gravel. Some of it's tarmac. And some of it's dirt.
So they go through all different
stages. Like Ken Black did it not that long ago. Before he died.
Okay.
He was over doing.
He was doing
he
that.
took part of the Donegal rally.
Gotcha.
Like when I was a kid, it was Colin McRae was the man.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the WRC World Rally Championships?
No.
So it's not just Ireland. They race all over the world. Spain, Portugal, America, fucking all over the world.
How do we get that job?
Bro,
right?
Yo, that shit's fun. You have to be able to drive.
Any kind of racing's great.
Travis Pastrana, he's doing it at the minute. He's big into the rally.
I believe it. Yeah,
I believe Dana White bought Nitro Circus.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Dana White.
Me too. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Big fan of Dana White.
Yeah.
I listened to a podcast with him recently with Andrew Schultz.
Okay. Oh, he was on Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz's podcast is fucking great. Like,
I'm waiting for him to get on Rogan. Like, I can't believe
I'm glad you mentioned. Rogan's God to me. Like,
yeah, I listen to Rogan a lot. You know.
Everything. Every time that wee fucking blue dot comes up, I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I sent you that one the other day that came out good
Yeah.
with Action Bronson.
Action Bronson, yeah. And he get a lot of stick in the comments. I was saying. You see what I mean?
So before I sent that to you, I didn't listen to
him
it yet. I think it's because he said that one thing, but I think he was joking around about with his merchandise and everything. So
he says a lot of fucking
yeah,
fucked up stuff,
but I think he's playing. But even if
people are too soft,
whatever,
man. People are too soft.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you just say stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we used to be able to say anything.
Yeah, not anymore.
You know, you can't. You have to mind your P's and Q's. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I try not to self-censor as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know, because
You gotta say what's on your mind.
that's the worst form of control in my ass. You know what I mean? You can control me. You can tell me what speed to do. You can tell me what clothes to wear. You can tell me to fucking do all this other shit. But you can't tell me what to say.
Yeah.
You know, man? That's
And then you got the perfect platform for it.
so hopefully we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
man.
you have to try and stay true to yourself because it's very easy to censor yourself, you know, because of whatever your family's political views or, you know,
Oh, yeah.
you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You know,
Right.
but at the same time, you do have to stay true to yourself. You have to fucking pick what it is that you believe and run with it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, if everybody just did that too, and then didn't make everybody else's problem.
So I feel like a lot of the problem with the religion and all stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people teach that the other guy's your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
We're not no fucking enemies, you know what I mean? If you put most of these people in a room together, they wouldn't ever fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Probably never.
But when you keep them separated and you fucking divide and conquer everybody, it's very easy to take control of them.
Yeah.
You know?
It's silly.
Silly stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rogan, I fucking love listening to him.
Of course.
Did you listen to Terrence Howard?
No, never.
He was on Rogan.
He was on Rogan recently?
He was I don't know, he acted in a load of shit. Bad Boys, fucking, he's a Oscar-winning actor.
Gotcha.
But he's also...
yes. He was the
Terrence
one
Howard.
talking about all that science stuff. Yeah, Terrence Howard. Now I remember.
Wow.
I did listen to that. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Well,
I was
and
trying to,
he's
like,
another
keep
one.
up on what
A lot
he
of people are trying to shame him and saying fucking that he's crazy and this and that. The guy
Well,
has
he's not,
96 patents.
Yeah.
Alright, he might be a little eccentric, but he's a fucking genius.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's a fucking genius. He went to school for chemistry. Like,
Yeah. It's so crazy too because you see him in all these movies and then the next thing you know, you listen to
so
him.
my point is, a lot of people see you doing one thing and they think that's who he is.
Mhm.
It's very easy to put a hat on somebody and say that's who he is, but that's not who you are. Like me, you see a podcast, oh, he does podcasts. Nah, bro, I do cars, I do paintings, I do fucking. There's a million things I do. You know, you don't have to be.
Yeah, 100%. You know, especially too, it's like, you know, somebody may see, all right, so, you know, we race cars and stuff like that, but there's a whole nother
side.
Yeah. You know, family, everything like that.
Like you have a little daughter, right?
Yeah, got a
How old
8-year-old
is
daughter, got a wife, you know. So there's the race in life and then, you know, home life.
And then there's a work life.
Yeah,
You know?
that too.
So it's just, you gotta juggle, and a lot of, you know, so people are easy to say that that's who you are, but they don't know who you are. You know?
Yeah.
They only see
Everybody's
one,
got a story.
yeah, they only see one side.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about podcasts. So I love listening to people because you would always put people in boxes, and then you hear them talk, and you're like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah, and I'm a huge music nut, but lately, the past couple of years, it's all podcasts. On the way here, I was listening to
Big thanks for supporting me too. You bought my Elvis painting there.
Yeah, I got the Elvis painting. I was glad to snag that.
Thank you so much, man. Seriously, it means fucking so much to me.
Well, like I told you, I was an Elvis fan since I was a
Looks
little
good
kid.
on the wall too.
Oh, hell yeah, it looks great. Everybody loves it.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You've always been a fan of Elvis?
Always. Yeah, my dad was a big Elvis fan growing up, and I just kind of, heard it, and that was it. Classic rock, anything like that.
The king of rock.
Yeah,
he was, right?
Yeah, of course.
The king.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he fucking died too. He had a real weird support network around him that kept him down,
Yeah.
They just used him as a cash cow.
He got really unhealthy and stuff, and got young.
But they fucking kept forcing him to do shows. He was fucked.
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the movie was out, but I've watched that.
He was a drug addict.
Yeah.
So a lot of people didn't class him as a drug addict because the doctor was giving it to him.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people take opioids and all that shit. They don't. I'm not a drug addict. Or people taking perks and this and that. And
they were using him for money.
They were just pushing him on the stage. Go.
It was probably like that with a lot of rock stars, though.
But then also, it's kind of like a comedian or like anybody who does show business. They live for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
They want the crowd to cheer. They
want
want them lights.
Like even. He probably started out like he was on stage and then he kind of felt that feeling. It's the same thing with us when we pull up to the light. I mean, just that feeling that you get. You chase that forever, that feeling.
It's nothing like it.
No, that's the best drug in the world, pulling up to that light.
What do you think's better, pulling up to the light or getting a time slip that you wanted?
I like pulling up to the light just because I like both a lot. I like pulling up to the light because you know what it is. No matter what craziness is going on in the world, so many things could be going on in your head. You pull up to that light, the first beam lights, everything turns off, and your mind is clear at that time. And then obviously, when you know it's a good run, I mean, you get pumped up, and then you get the time slip, and then if it's what you're looking for,
and when you fuck up, sometimes it's the worst feeling you've ever had in your life.
Right? You don't know if you broke something, or it's like what a waste of a run.
You do what I do and fucking going into eliminations and red light and just fluff the finals, you fall back.
Yeah, but it happens.
It happens.
But it's still worth it. Even no matter all the driving that we have to do. All the hard work and these things, it's worth it.
Sometimes this is going to sound weird as fuck, but sometimes it's actually nice because when you fuck up and it's over, all of a sudden, and then now you can start watching.
Yeah.
When you're not competing anymore, say something breaks or whatever, and you're like, all right.
So it's like you watch UFC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
not as much as I used to, but I do watch it.
UFC champions say the same thing. It's like I was happy to have the belt, but then
once I got it, I'm like, fuck this.
But and then once you lose it, you're like, So I see what you're saying with that. But yeah, there's nothing like having a good pass. It's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah. And it's like you said, you chase that shit forever.
One of my favorite things is seeing younger kids at the track, and then they fucking see your car, and it's like, why? Because they see myself, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, because I never imagined I would ever have a car like that.
Yeah, 100%. I never, ever.
I call it junk and all the time. Like, it is junk. They're all junk, but at the same time, a lot goes into them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely think, I think everybody's like this, but I'm my biggest critic for sure,
Do you, when you look at your car, do you only see the bad parts, or you look at the car and fucking...
A lot of the times I do. I'm like, oh man, I gotta change this and stuff.
Like the car can be stone mint, but you'll pick out that one dent, that one, and you're like, why are we fucking doing that shit?
I mean, I'm like, oh, I could use a little body work here and stuff, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have went fast that last time out. But then sometimes I look back at it and I'm like, it's
just happy to be taken part.
Came a long way.
Yeah.
And especially besides the engine and the training, as far as all the other stuff on the car, fabrication and stuff, and roll cage, all the fabrication in the front with all the mounting of the fuel cell and water pump, fuel pump. I did all that myself.
Yeah. You would have been fucked if you were paying somebody.
Yeah, and so it's nice to take a step back sometimes and be like, you know what, this worked out well, and I got a lot accomplished in a little bit amount of time. Like you said, I never.
And you learn, and you can never take the knowledge away once you do it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I didn't know how to do all this stuff. I just kind of went for it. You know?
I've learned so much, man. I fucking like I dabbled like when I was a kid. I tried to be a mechanic at a dealership, Suzuki and Volvo.
Yeah.
Like, my head was so up my arse at the time, taking drugs and fucking. I never really paid attention. It's an opportunity I still really kick myself for fucking up, but again, it's all part of life and comes around full circle. I ended up doing it anyway, so
yeah,
I mean, and working in a dealership, you probably never would have pulled the motor or did trannies or fucking,
not after
setting pistons or doing any of that shit. You know what I mean?
Eventually, you get to that point when you work in a dealership. Mike will tell you. I mean, he's worked in dealerships.
Yeah.
I've never worked in a dealership. I've been working in shops though for probably like 15 years, and eventually you get to that point where you are doing that stuff, and you are the only guy doing that stuff in the shop, and then you go home and do it again. So.
Yeah. And Mike does trains now.
Now he does trains, which is just bigger. Which is crazy seeing.
You ever seen a box on the fucking thing?
So
it's like the whole size of the car, big, massive
Yeah.
pistons with the connector.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It looks like fucking Lego or something.
That's around something like that.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, how much? It's like 3,000 horsepower or something like that.
Diesel, right?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever they're running those things on.
I don't think they'll ever figure out how to use trucks for long haul with electric.
I don't know.
It's got to be diesel forever, right?
I think diesel's like where you make that extra torque. Like
the pull.
500 horsepower, but then you make like 1,500 pounds of torque.
And it lasts.
Yeah. Obviously, these
electric
things are doing big torque numbers, but I'm an internal combustion guy.
Plus, nobody has to. All the wee kids in the Congo digging the shit out with their bare hands.
Exactly. It's
but saying that, we can't say fucking nothing because these things in our pocket, that's what they're digging them for too.
I know.
So.
I know. But you know what? They want to save the environment, but it's like they're tearing up the environment doing that.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
What they're doing in the Congo.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan had somebody on his podcast, City Car or something. His name was something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Bro.
He went over there, right?
He went in there and he was in the mines and he said there's literal babies with their bare hands digging cobalt for the batteries.
Crazy.
With their bare hands.
We're so lucky.
We're so fucking lucky. And what did they just lost the gene lottery. They just we just woke up here, man. We're the luckiest bastards in the world. Yeah. We woke up in such a privileged part of the world, but then there's these other fuckers who just exit the vagina in the wrong part of the world, and
that's it.
You got a loincloth covering your jump. You know what I mean? You're out there digging cobalt.
Yeah, we're blessed.
Very fucking blessed. People don't understand.
Yeah.
Especially America, and they can say whatever they want. They can put all the propaganda on the news. They can say borders. They can say politics, all this bullshit, but we're still
very
blessed as fuck.
Yeah, because even still, like, even if you have a problem with a certain place where you live in, think about that. So, we're good.
Or like Africa, no water. And the water to drink.
Right.
I mean, imagine living in somewhere where you're fucking shitting yourself to death with diarrhea because you couldn't get access to drink water. You had to drink out of a dirty fucking puddle.
Yeah.
People just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny about Africa though? I see a lot of people posting TikToks now from Africa. Have you seen
yeah?
Like making like comedy videos, but they're like in the middle of nowhere with a fucking like in a shanty town, and they're making like funny memes. I'm like, Western world is infecting even. You can tell these people have nothing.
Right.
But they got a phone from somewhere.
And they're making. Somebody must have given an iPhone.
And they're making so they've obviously heard you can be an influencer. Do you know what I mean? If you do this on the phone, you'll get paid. And they're making these funny like naughty, sexy fucking.
I guess eventually it's got to make its way everywhere.
I was like, what? That's crazy. Did you hear as well? Some trade in Amazon, they gave them Starlink. Elon Musk gave them Starlink.
Did he?
And within a couple of days, they were all wanking on Pornhub. You hear?
First thing, huh?
First thing, they were all fucking straight on, all the tradesmen, straight on the Pornhub, and they were all fucking infected right away.
Jeez.
Within they never had any technology in their life. They put the Starlink in as soon as they got it, and then so the fucking leader of the pack, the tribe, was on like, yo, you gotta fucking take this shit. Everybody's fucking infected.
Damn Elon Musk.
Damn Pornhub. What the fuck, bro? When we were kids, you had to fucking wank to the furniture magazines. You know what I mean? Now they got all this different
technologies, I guess, good and bad for everybody.
I don't think people understand the exponential growth of it either. That's another thing Rogan talks about a whole lot.
Yeah. What do you think about the Teslas and stuff?
I love it. I love the ingenuity of it. But the other bad side of it, the planet, the batteries, the lithium, all that shit.
Yeah.
The other thing I love about Elon, not just Tesla, the Neuralink. Have you heard about that?
Yeah. I was just listening to
like
that
the
too.
quadriplegic?
Yeah, and he's like...
So they put the fucking...
What's he doing? He can, like, actually do something with his mind.
His mind can control video games. He can send text with his mind.
That's crazy.
So they hollowed out a piece of his brain. They sculpted out a bit of the skull, and they put this thing as a quarter size into his skull with these threads that go into his brain. So it's been able to do all this stuff, and he said that they fucked up. They would have been able to do more because they didn't realize that the brain travels. He said they thought it traveled like 1 millimeter each side, but it really goes 3 millimeters. So through a few of the threads got torn.
Okay.
So it's not working.
So I gotta go back in there.
But he's also the first person ever to have it.
Yeah.
So he said himself, he's like, I have the worst version of Neuralink, but I'm okay with it. Do you know what I mean? He's like, I want, you know, someone had to be the first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's quadriplegic and he's doing shit that he never would have been able to do.
I don't blame him for
So now they're talking about putting him into like a robot that like holds him like in a kangaroo pouch in the front, and his mind will be able to move the arms and legs. Yeah. Because of this Neuralink.
See, stuff like that's kind of cool.
Bro. But what happens when they weaponize that for?
I know. Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm sure they will.
And then now they have these machines flying the jets. They have the AI flying the jets. Did you see that?
No.
They're using artificial intelligence to fly fighter jets.
Yeah.
And 100% of the time, they beat the human. 100% of every test they ran, whether they do it sideways, upside down, don't matter. Every single 100% of the time, it beats the human. And so now these jets are going to be able to fly, not have to worry about G-force. Right. They're going to be able to do all sorts of maneuvers.
Getting crazy.
It's getting a little nuts.
Yeah.
And then Rogan always talks about the AI president. That's the part that scares me the most. He thinks that they're going to hand over power to the computer.
Oh, no.
I think it might be better.
You think so? Well, yeah.
I think he's got a point.
It's got to be better than what we have now.
You think about it, a computer doesn't have jealousy, it doesn't have envy, it just goes for the best outcome.
You're saying straight up with no emotion, just decision.
So it just literally takes the data and makes a decision based on the best thing for us versus a lobbyist or somebody who has special interests or someone who's just trying to make profit.
Right, mostly, money.
Capitalist society.
Yeah. I guess if it ends up being just that, it'd probably be safe. But like if the AI ends up being...
But who programs the AI? That's the problem. Right. So the AI it has limitations from a human, does it? But then, so now they have these AI systems that are learning. They turned them on, and so they were able to do all these different languages and stuff. Then they started communicating amongst each other, and the humans weren't able to... They had to shut it off because they didn't know what they were saying. They made up their own language, and the computers were communicating with each other.
Yeah, see, like that's where it gets a little weird.
So I think also people don't realize that AI, once you flip the switch on this thing, there's no going back. You can try and shut it off all you want.
Crazy times, huh?
Once it is able to realize that it doesn't need us and then making the next version of itself. Yeah. Like, you see ChatGPT? You look at that?
Yeah, I mean, I've only heard Rogan talk about it. I never actually, I don't know.
Never used it myself, but I heard them using it. I heard him and Brian Redband talking to it. And I was like, what the fuck?
No, I think I'm trying to stay in the old age. I wish I was born in the 60s.
So I was always that guy saying I'm stony. Like I'm shit with laptops. No, I'm pretty good with the phone. The iPhone makes it pretty easy to use. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's so hard to stay on top of the technology.
Yeah, 100%.
It's going so fast.
Yeah.
I don't think people really realize. I think people are more worried about the next Netflix show or what.
The only technology I really want to think about is figuring out my fuel tech more.
How can I get more horsepower? Give me more horsepower. What do you think of the fuel tech?
Yeah, fuel tech.
What do you think of it?
I like it.
Fuel tech and Hal tech, what's the difference?
I guess it's probably doing the same thing. Fuel tech is the new thing. Everybody seemed to be using it. And I had to get, at the time I had, K-Pro. My K-Pro took a shit, so I had to do something else. Was I going to get another K-Pro for that or just get fuel tech?
Yep.
So I went with the fuel tech, and it's awesome. You know what it is, too? On the fly, you can change so many things literally right before you pull to the light.
And it looks sexy with that LCD
It looks great.
Screen.
I love having that. Yeah. The screen right there. The shift light's nice. Mm. You can watch everything live instead of having... I used to have gauges. I cut holes in the dash, made my own aluminum thing for the dash. Now everything's right there on the screen. You can't beat it.
Yeah. And I see people put their own little brand logo and all comes up.
Yeah, Jeff's is on there.
That's fancy.
Represent.
I represent. You have to.
Yeah, of course.
Nah, it's fucking the best, man.
Yeah.
What else I want to ask you? Anything else you want to talk about, Freezy?
I got nothing. I mean,
want to wrap this bad boy up?
Whatever you got, brother.
Oh, thank you so much for coming first.
Absolutely, man.
Seriously,
Thanks for having me.
And thank you. Hopefully, this is what I want to do: shine a wee bit of light on the local racers, smarter people doing fucking good things.
I think this is gonna blow up, and it's good for the for the race community, brother.
You're going to Pan Americans?
I'm gonna try to go just for maybe the weekend, just to.
That's right. We said you're gonna go and watch this.
I would like to. I'm definitely not gonna be able to race just because it's like a 4-day thing.
What do you think your next race event's gonna be?
I gotta get to another test and tune before I compete, just because I want to make sure the car is perfect. The last time out, the car went faster, but still having issues. I want it to be good before I go and find out at enter a bracket thing and something, and the car's not right. I want it to be good. So
what class?
Try to take that up.
We sorry I said, but like when you're coming out swinging, what class would you like to win first?
I always
like if you were going for the win.
I'm probably gonna do bracket class. That way it's a full
sportsman.
Yes, a sportsman.
So just for the people that don't know, you pick your time.
Yeah.
You tell them say 10-3, and you have to run 10-3 every time.
Get a couple runs in, and then you see what the car is doing, and then you tell them.
It's the closest you run.
10-3.
You don't actually have to go 10-3. Whoever gets closer to the time that they picked is the winner.
Yeah, and you don't want to go.
And you don't want to go over.
You don't want to
break it.
Right, kind of like an index thing.
A lot of people don't understand that. They think, oh, he went faster, but that's not good. You have to stay in your bracket.
Yeah, and maybe I'll do the index. I like the idea of the bracket. I could just send the car.
10-50 good for you, no?
Yeah, but the car goes faster, and I just I never got that thing figured out. Yeah. Or, turn down the rev limiter a little bit, or figure out,
let off
119, boom, let it
if you're doing 130, so you're doing 130 for 10-3? 133?
Yeah, 133 was my...
so you're probably going to want to go to 125, 130, and just hover.
Just hold it there.
Or let off.
Let off, yeah, find that sweet spot. But it's nice with the bracket, you just fully send it every time. If the car's consistent, and you're not going to go too fast, it's perfect. I want to, that's the thing, I just want to send that thing every time.
Because it sucks when you have to let off. It feels weird.
But that is fun though. It's almost like you're playing a game.
Playing with it, yeah.
Either way.
I don't know. I got 11.507.
Yeah.
Almost 11.500 on the nut.
Yeah.
So it works.
We got to get that 10.
I think I'm also not allowed to do 10 because I got no cage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's another reason why I sometimes I'm like, well, I'll go for it, will I not? And then I don't want to get banned.
Yeah.
Well, what is the rules for it? They ban you in?
I think they give you a warning.
First time.
And then for, what is it, 11:49, you need a 6-point or something like that?
I believe so.
Yeah. But, maybe they have a little leeway.
I think after 11:50.
11:50,
yeah. I think 11:50, no cage at all. And then once you go 10:50, you have to have cage.
I know once you go I think it's 135 or 99, you have to have a 10-point.
And then a shoot, right?
I think a shoot is 150.
150?
Yeah.
You ever used a shoot? You ever drove?
Never. No.
Dave hasn't pulled his either.
I think he has a couple times.
Oh, he did, right?
Yeah,
he pulled
it a couple times.
He did this year, that's right.
Yeah, he, obviously at that speed you need it, but I think 150 is where you actually they require you to have it.
He is the luckiest bastard I ever met in my life.
Oh yeah, we're winning those.
Yo, you there?
No, when I was watching it, I was freaking.
Bro, he's fucking he just kept getting Byron back. It's so good, but it's the best. That's what racing is, right? But you need luck. You know what I mean? 100%. People don't realize you do need a bit of luck on your side too. It's not just all about driving. You know?
Yeah, driving's most of it, but sometimes if you get a good run or a buy run, it's nice.
He literally he wasn't doing anything.
I don't think I've ever got a buy run.
No, me neither.
Never.
I was number one. So this is the worst part about this, right? Oh, here's. When you're number one qualifier, you're supposed to get by run, right?
Yeah.
I was number one qualifier, Pan American Nationals, and I came out the next round and red lit and eliminated myself. I wasn't supposed to be doing that run. I was supposed to have a by run.
Oh shit, really?
No one told me.
Oh damn. So nobody was even next to you?
No one gives a fuck at racing. Just like when I was number 2 qualifier and I was fucking going, no one told me there was a 7-second time limit on the tree. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. When you beam in.
Yeah.
The guy next to me fucked me. I didn't know about it. Barney actually told me, or I never even would have knew. Barney had to educate me on it, I really wouldn't have knew. So I beamed in first, and he went right through and double beamed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then
deep staged on you.
So when I hit my second beam, when both of you, when he turns on the second beam, you have, or once you hit your second beam and you're both staged in, you have 7 seconds to leave. No.
Or is it when, if he deep staged on you?
Yeah, he deep
Which obviously you shouldn't.
Oh, so that's what it was. So
you have your first bulb bleed, then your second bulb, you have 7 seconds.
If you both have your first bulb bleed,
Yeah.
Once you both light your first bulb, I think you have 7 seconds to beam in the
time.
second bulb, and if you don't,
I know there's a time limit on it. Like, you can't just sit there all day long.
Yeah, but so I thought that was the tree game.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to play that before you beam in.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you ever watch the big dogs? They do it, and they sit in the
right. Wait for the other guy to go.
So I thought that's what I was doing, but no one told me. So I beamed in, he double beamed, and then I hit the second beam, and then I sat.
Yeah. If you both just pre-stage, once somebody goes into the second beam, then you have to go in.
So if he didn't bubble beam, it would have been alright. But
yeah.
He double beamed.
But he deep stage fast.
Right in on me. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but
sometimes it happens. You know, I've definitely done that where I'll do my burnout and I'll just roll
I don't think it's fair. There's been times I've seen it happen and they make you back up.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that happen at ACO.
What if you
went too far in and they made you back up? I've seen it happen.
Usually though, like, you know,
I've seen them push you back.
Shit.
Alright. Maybe it's just whoever's up there.
Yeah, right. Depending on who you got.
Somebody gives a fuck and somebody doesn't.
Yeah.
Yo, it was fucking the best. I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
In a hotel close by and all, fucking.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really that. It wasn't much either. Like, you know, it's not like it was fancy or anything, but it was.
Come to Cecil with us. You know, we're gonna go. We're gonna probably try to go next month. You know.
You gonna go to World Cup?
Probably to, you know, obviously to spectate. I won't be racing in it. But maybe next year.
We don't race there yet.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
That's obviously like the.
You might have a chance, not me.
One day, man. You know, like that's. I definitely want to race that one day. You know.
Sandy told me you have to come to World Cup. He said it's the fucking Super Bowl of drag racing.
Yeah. I didn't go last year. We wanted to go, and
it's in Maryland, right?
Yeah, it's in Maryland. Yeah, MIR. But never been. But I heard.
You've never been to Maryland?
I've been to Maryland. I've been to MIR a couple times.
Oh yeah.
But
never raced at it?
I never raced there, and I didn't.
It's a nice track.
Very nice.
Yeah. She killed herself over there.
I heard on the scooter.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. But World Cup is like apparently like one of those things. It's like people going crazy running around and stuff.
Yeah, I heard it's mental.
Yeah.
Because I guess there's a lot more spectators than racers.
Yeah. Right. It's probably packed.
But the good thing about World Cup is there's no junk like us, like me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because the bracket class and the 1150. Well, 1150 is very. I feel is most of the people have it dialed in. But the fun runs in the bracket, if you have fun runs in bracket, that's it. And 950 is the worst. 950 class breaks every time they go out. What is that? Do you ever notice that?
A lot of turbo stuff.
Right? Yeah. Just really fast stuff. I think a lot of the 950 guys also they got the power, but they haven't did the rest of the stuff around it.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, didn't fortify that block a little.
Oh, that's all. You know what I mean? They made all the power, but all the other shit's still 30 years old, or, you know.
Of course, yeah.
A lot of people don't realize fucking 30-year-old parts don't really take a lot of power.
Yeah.
Especially people with the B series all-wheel drive transmissions stock and then putting 500 horsepower to it. I'm like,
hey man, if it holds,
it's a CRV.
Yeah. Right, an old CRV too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like, what do they use, the wagon stuff? And
yeah, Waggle.
Yeah.
I think your man Trust Fab, you follow him?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I follow him.
Cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
He seems really cool. He's all into the sneakers. See them sneakers he has, them SBs? Some of them are $5,000.
Really?
Yeah. Look them up.
Yeah.
SB lobsters and all. And he's got all the different types. He'd be able to tell you more, but I know they're $5,000. Like cars, you know, like the price of a car for a pair of sneakers. And the worst thing about sneakers, when you don't wear them, they crumble. You know that?
Yeah, I like sneakers, but
Hirashi's they're fucking nice, bro.
Thanks, man. 5 G's, I'd buy a summer head on.
5 G.
Yeah.
A Rami racing block.
Yeah.
I think you get the full motor for $10,000 or something.
I don't know. I mean, you know, like the motor that I'd like to get from Four Pistons, like, you know, close to 20, the M1 spec motor. But you know, I already got a block at home, and you know, I got to get the head and everything. But before it goes faster, we got to figure out the car and get her dialed in.
Medusa. Why Medusa?
I don't know. I just thought it was badass.
You know what Medusa means?
Yeah. Well, I know that it's a
protector.
The Greek thing.
It's the protector.
Yeah.
I guess.
To be honest with you, I just thought it sounded good.
Greek mythology is pretty cool. I like all that shit.
You know, I know like the story behind it. I looked it up after I named the car, of course.
So they say that I looked it up because of you. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Recently, that's how I know. And they were saying that like she was portrayed different in different cultures. You know? Some portrayed her with the snake, some portrayed her without the snake.
Yeah. Crazy story behind it. with like your sisters and all that stuff. And,
Yo, the whole Egyptian shit, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You ever been to Egypt?
no, never.
I'd
But
like to go
that's
there.
another bucket list place.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah.
You want to places?
I'll go to so many places, man.
Yeah,
you know, I've really only been out of the country like a couple times.
Gotta come to Ireland with me, bro. Let me know when you're ready. I fucking.
Yeah, that's on the list.
We'll go to
My
we'll
family
go to the
doesn't-
Donegal rally. I keep saying to people.
I
I
want to
think
go
what
to
I
the Guinness place so bad. Because I love
I
Guinness.
brought her to
Yeah.
Dublin,
Mhm.
the Guinness factory.
Mhm.
That's the best pint of Guinness you'll ever have. You know
Yeah,
what?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I love that.
Guinness doesn't travel well.
No.
So the Guinness that we get apparently in England or in Northern Ireland comes from England,
Okay.
and the Guinness from Southern Ireland is all from Dublin.
Dublin.
The Guinness in this country comes from Canada, I believe. The breweries in Canada, and then Jamaica has their own Guinness factory.
Gotcha.
They make their own Guinness out there. They love it.
It's good.
The black stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't drink it.
Yeah.
But back home they fucking love it.
Yeah, they probably drink it like we would
10
drink.
pints of it. You do a black shit with a wee white head.
Yeah, the Guinness over there is probably the Corona over here.
You would think so, but a lot of people back home they drink local beers like Harp,
Okay.
and
Also good.
a lot of people love American shit. Believe it or not,
Really?
Bud Light. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. Coors. My dad drinks Coors Light. Flat that I'm like, man, what the fuck? And he loves Coors Light, but then he'll drink over there. He'll drink the Harp, or they have local beers as well.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people drink alcohol pops, so it's the sweet shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like we have this one was famous when I was a kid, WKD, and they had a blue one and an orange one. You ever heard of Iron Brew?
No, but I feel like I know it. That other stuff you're talking about, it's like it comes like a wine bottle almost.
Correct.
Yeah, I've
Alcohol pop.
seen that.
You know what I mean? So then they had ones that was like vodka and Red Bull mixed together in the bottle.
Perfect. Ready to
You
go.
know, and the shit was dangerous. And I don't even drink it. Years ago, we used to drink it and you'd be fucking hammered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah, and the sugar, you know, the hangover's no good for you. The sugar.
No, well, especially not anymore. Not at this age.
The beer goes to the belly, you know?
Yeah, it sure does.
That's where it goes right away. It's like my dad too. My dad's built like me, but he's got the wee pot belly from drinking the beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I'm doing a run next week, running 10k.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Never did anything like that before. My father's actually was a marathon runner back in the day,
Nice.
and then he said he met my mother
Doing it around here.
doing Governor's Island.
Oh, sweet.
Governor's Island in New York. You know where Statue of Liberty and all is right there.
Nice.
She's come with me, so it's 7:30 in the morning.
You do the bike at all?
Cycle?
Yeah.
I like cycling, but I haven't did the bike. I have to get another road bike.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
I like
my thing,
downhill
right?
biking.
By me, they have a trail that like it's a paved trail that goes like miles.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I do that.
You ever go off the pave?
Now it's it's one of those road bikes, so real skinny tires,
Yeah.
no suspension.
So I like the suspension ones.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
do that when I was a kid.
Much easier for the body.
Yeah, going down.
Yeah, friggin'. No, the whole no suspension thing, but it's good for like long distance and stuff. And,
The road bikes for cardio is the best thing for you. Though.
yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People do the triathlon. There was a wee girl I seen. She was doing the triathlon recently. She did the run, the bike, and then the
And
swim.
swimming. Yeah. Nice.
Fuck that shit. Shout out to Lena. She's doing good, right? We both follow her. Fucking crazy. I don't know. So I just tried this. I feel like I'm learning a lot about myself. You know,
Yeah.
I never realized how hard running is. You know, like I used to do gym and used to do boxing a wee bit when I was a kid and all. But lifting weights and all, like I don't know. If you're 400 pounds, you can lift weights. You can't run. You know, running's crazy. Like it's really hard.
Yeah.
You don't realize how hard it is until you start. And then
But it's cool to see like your progression now, right? Like for a couple
couldn't
weeks
run a
you
mile for the first one.
and then now
And
you
then
can probably run.
now I do 5k for fun, just
Yeah.
messing about. And then so 10k is my goal. So I run 10k in 51 minutes. I did so far
Nice. How many miles is that?
6.3.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking good.
So I want to do a half marathon.
That's a 10K?
10k is 6.3 miles.
6.3.
Half marathon's 13 miles, and a full marathon's 26 miles.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 26. So
That must take years to get to.
10k, they say you're moving fast if you can get under an hour. Sub an hour is fast. So if you get like in the 50 minutes, you're doing really good. And then they say for a half marathon, if you can get sub 2 hours, you're doing really
For a
good.
5K.
For 13 miles.
For 13 miles?
For a half marathon.
Ooh.
And then the full marathon's 4 hours.
Okay.
4 hours of running.
Yeah.
Imagine running straight, no stop for 4 hours. I don't think I could do it. I think about it like
On a bike, maybe.
on a bike, no sweat.
Yeah.
I've seen people do hundreds of miles on bikes. You can do like 100 miles on one shit.
Yeah.
Like my boy Curtis, you know Curtis? Curtis told me one time he cycled to the Hamptons or Mantap from here.
Pretty good.
Fucking Nuts, right?
Yeah, I mean, it took me an hour drive just to get my
No, this man, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, no
for
problem.
you to come here, it's fucking
Imagine
crazy.
riding a bike that far. Woo.
Right?
Yeah.
But then you're on the north as well, so you'd have to go east and then
Just a little.
it's on the north shore.
Yeah, just a little.
You by the water, no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're by the beach.
I want to move out that way, man.
It's nice. Obviously, this is nice too, though.
You got a bit of land, though?
What's up?
You got like a yard, like a bit of...
Yeah.
See, I need that. I don't need that, my dog needs that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing. You know, especially for the kid and everything. You know what I mean?
It's a nice way to grow up, man.
Yeah, out east is cool.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you think of Suffolk compared to... Did you ever live in Nassau?
Never lived in Nassau. My wife's from out here. You know,
she's from this direction.
Yeah, but I've always lived in Suffolk, so that's kind of what I know.
Mm.
You know, it's
Paper straws in Suffolk.
Yes.
It's funny that's something I
will say this: Suffolk's getting busy now, like Nassau is. So it's turning into that.
I also feel like with this shit at the border and a lot of people coming in, that's where they're all going.
Yeah. It's getting busy out there. It used to not be like that, especially like where we live out there. It was quiet.
I remember when I first came here, like I like, what do you call that one that's crazy now? Wine Dance.
Okay.
That shit was like a fucking wasteland, and then now
busy. Yeah, people coming
like
out from the
Brentwood,
city, and you know, people coming out from a lot of people move from the city. We got a lot of people all the way out by us. And then I don't know why, but they came from the city all the way out there, and they just make the drive to the city still. Every day.
Couldn't pay me, bro.
Nah.
Fuck that.
I don't mind driving, but
I worked for a gas company for a while, building gas stations, and I used to have to drive to Connecticut, Road and all that. Going out of state didn't really bother me. The coming in and out of that fucking city over them bridges
is the worst.
Yeah,
especially with the trailer and everything.
Ruin your life.
Oh.
I don't know how people do it.
I don't know. I mean,
it's not worth any money you want to pay me to do it.
Just like after a long event,
3 hours in the morning, 3 hours at night. I mean, that's 6 hours. That's like a job on its own, just in the car, and you're not getting paid most of the time.
You ever get stuck on the George Washington Bridge with this thing on a trailer?
Do you come in GW?
Yeah.
You don't go Verrazano?
For some reason, my GPS always takes me over the GW, but I have done Verrazano too.
Go Verrazano, way better.
Yeah.
What's that? BQE to the Verrazano. That's the way to go. You go 495, BQE, Verrazano.
Yeah.
I did it every way, and that's
the way to go. Yeah.
But then you can still get fucked.
You know? Oh yeah, 100%. Especially on like a Sunday, it's the worst. Yeah. But whatever. We do it anyway.
Jersey's tough. Coming through Jersey.
That's the part that sucks.
It smells funny. What the fuck's a beef with Jersey smell funny? You know what I'm talking about though? Once you come over the bridge, and it's like, there must be all that industry there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's a lot of factory and shit, and it just smells like gas or something like that. What the fuck?
Yeah. But we live on the island.
We're blessed.
We gotta get off, and
yeah,
it's good here.
That's why I like having the boat too, because you're trapped on the island almost as well. Like if they shut down bridges, we're fucked. There's no way off.
Yeah, gotta get on the boat.
Yeah, I mean it's nice to have a shootout.
Yeah.
Not that you're gonna go too far in that one, like, but better having something. Better looking at it than looking for it.
You can get somewhere on that thing.
Yeah, that boat's unsinkable.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Boston Whaler, 13-foot Boston Whaler. So the beauty of the boats it's called a foam-filled hull. They don't have any wood in them. It's just fiberglass with foam inside the fiberglass.
So it's fiberglass on the outside and on
foam.
Foam.
Just full of foam
so
all the way through.
You
cut that boat in half, and both halves will still float. You fill the boat when it's in the water to the top with water inside the boat,
and it's gonna stay up.
And it'll sink but not go down.
Okay. So you just hold on to that thing.
Yeah, it's fucking nice. I had a 17-foot one before at Montauk. It was really nice. I raffled it.
Yeah.
You know, somebody won that for $50. Lucky bastard.
Hopefully I win that go-kart.
It's ready for you, I'd say. Ready for you, bro.
I'm ready for
some lucky bastard will get it. You know, somebody has to win it. That's the thing. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that to the track with me.
Yeah, I hope it goes with somebody good. Like the boy who won the fucking boat, and it took him 5 months to pick it up.
Really?
Sat in my driveway for like 5 months after he won it. Like, bro, you won this thing. I would have been doing that. I'd have been watching live, and then I'm on my way. You win a boat for $50. I'd have been there that day, but he
left. Did he live far away?
No, not really. He lived on Long Island.
Okay. So
weird. I had people saying to me, "Yo, bro, did you rig this or something? Did you sure you're giving it away?" I'm like, "Nah, the guy said he's coming. He never came." Yeah. Then eventually came, but I don't see him posting pictures or anything of it. Like,
shit, if I win that go-kart, I'll be back.
Pit vehicle, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
I think it might tow a car.
You think so?
It tow your car, I think, because it's so late.
Yeah.
You might have to weld a hitch on the back of it or something, you know, because if you pull the frame, it might. Do you know what I mean? It's a 1980s micro frame. You know what I mean? So you know that.
I got a little tow vehicle now. It's like a dune buggy. Me and my daughter's little project car, and
Predator.
It's got a Predator 12 on it, and
Get the 400,
bro. It's so fun, you know, and
the 400. You see the 400?
yeah, just go right to Harbor Freight,
Bolt right
slap it in.
Yeah.
But I bought like one of those push bars, you know, for the back of the car.
Perfect.
And but
better to push the bolt
this,
there.
this, oh yeah, I think so. Because with
you
the
run under the back
rope, you know, you like, there's no, you know,
I
it's
see it
not
happen
taut.
all the fucking time, bro. I've seen,
Definitely.
and people's cars be mint the nicest, the race car, and I know,
especially with
crunch,
fiberglass bumper and stuff.
Yeah,
no good. But the go kart, that would be fun to just get around the pits on. You know what I'm saying?
but it's fast too. It's 30.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough.
Is enough?
I
It's
would
enough to
drive
hurt
around.
yourself.
Trust me, I was driving around my blocks too. My neighbors are so cool.
What happened, Flint? I put a video up on live. Freeport Parade. I was going up and down the street on the parade, and because they had the street.
What were they doing
closed
it right here?
Yeah, they had the street closed off, and I was going up and down, and the fucking mayor. I drove past the mayor on a golf cart. I just zipped past him. Then I came back, turned around, and he's like, "Put that away!" He yelled at me. I'm like, he yelled at by the mayor for the go kart. He's a good lad though. He bought into one of my raffles too. Before.
Did he?
The mayor of Freeport. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he bought him for Boston Whaler. See, people love them boats.
Yeah, especially around here. I mean, that's
Especially
everybody
Boston
around
Whaler.
here.
They hold their value. Like
Yeah.
I think I did 400 spots, $50 a spot, 20 grand.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I gave away a lot of free spots and all to build it up and stuff.
Yeah.
It took 6 months to fill it. It was like pulling teeth.
Well, this one's almost filled, right?
Well, I only have 50 something spots left, low 50s.
Nice.
So and I only had 200 total.
All right.
I did another boat before that one. I did a 21-foot Staggercraft as well. Kid from next door won it.
Really? Shit.
Fucking mechanic next door.
Nice.
Like, fuck's sake. First raffle I ever did, my next door neighbor won, and I'm like, But when you're doing raffles on such a small scale, it's going to be your friends, it's going to be your family, you know, because that's the only people who are buying tickets.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a lot of strangers.
Right, so, you know, your buddies and stuff.
So it's everybody. Most of the people who are entered is people who know me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, all these other big guys, they got people from Minnesota, fucking Yangs and Bangs, and you see everybody from comments gives shit.
Well, you know, those are the big time raffles.
People don't understand as well, a lot of the amazing people who are winning the raffles, they have the money to buy into them. And they're buying hundreds of spots.
Mm.
You know, I'm sure if you look at the list, they're not buying 1 and 2 spots.
I buy like, especially on those big ones, I'll buy like 1 or 2.
But
like, you know,
I'm not buying anymore.
Nah.
Not buying
What
anymore.
are the chances?
Nah. I like the fact that if you're not in, you can't win. But if you're buying over 10 spots, you're a gambler. It's not, you don't want to win that thing. Or you want to win it so bad that you're willing to give up the house for it. Fuck that.
Yeah.
A lot of people with the street racing too, you notice people aren't actually in the street racing, they're more into gambling. You ever notice that? Like with the street racing?
When they're going
like,
there.
You're a faggot, you don't race for 5K. Bro, I don't have 5K to be driving on a fucking street race.
Nah, gotta put it into the car.
Do you know what I mean? I got a load of other projects going on too. But God bless the people who do. But I feel like most of the people who have 5K, 10K, 20K street races, it's all their buddy's money. It's not the guy driving or who owns the car. It's people put money in the pot. Right. You know what I mean? So people have this misconception. Oh, that guy raced for 20. He just won 20,000. No, bro. 10 different people won 1,000 each.
It's gonna get split up a little bit.
People don't understand.
Big money though sometimes on those things.
100 grand I've seen.
Crazy.
With my own eyes.
Especially like the muscle car guys. You see them big bucks.
The first street race I ever watched was on the Bell Parkway. 45 brought me. It was Cacho. You ever hear Cacho? The all-wheel drive Civic. Sonic's friend.
Okay.
He's in jail right now, I think. I don't know what for, but whatever. That's another story. Mm-hmm. But he had an all-wheel drive Civic. First time I ever seen an all-wheel drive Civic. And he was racing. Do you know Rodney? He's a guy. He's famous on the streets with a Mustang.
Nah.
Fast silver Mustang, Rodney. They raced and fucking bro, the way that car left, and that was me hooked. I'm like, this is amazing.
The Honda took it.
Yeah, and I left it. Well, like,
yeah, you can't beat the all-wheel drive thing.
Bro, he may as well not even have came out.
Yeah.
That was the first all-wheel drive car. The way it left, I've never seen anything like that. Especially on the street, no prep, nothing. You know what I mean? It was crazy. So fucking fast. That's a big. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. They're all in fucking.
You ever think about all driving this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, is it all-wheel drive because of 225/50?
Mm-hmm.
But
no, they just look good though. That size tire.
I just don't have the money for a freeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's people don't understand as well. the all-wheel drive setup, right, 10 grand maybe. Then you have to buy a gearbox.
Mm-hmm.
And you need your prop shaft. And you need your viscous
Then
coupler.
what kind of gears you put in the tranny?
And then rear shafts. So there's just so much goes with it.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, anything like this.
I don't think you can go back either, can you?
I guess you could. You know, you could.
You have to
You
cut
could
the
leave the
car.
trailing arms.
You have to cut the car to put that thing in the back, do you know?
Yeah, but they give you like a plate that you kind of like. You cut a hole for like the diff in the back, and then they give you a plate that weld over.
That's
So
what. That's
you
what
technically could take it out, but
If somebody said they wanted to sponsor me and send me an all-wheel drive kit, that's not that shit on there
Yeah.
anymore. But for me to pay for it, I don't think so.
shout out S1 Built.
That's please. That's for Christmas. But you know what I mean? Like if something like that, like to do to test a product for somebody, no problem. But for me to pay for it, I don't think it's not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Maybe one
Down
day.
the road. Hey man, there's still a million things I want to
Keep selling these paintings.
Yeah, 100%.
I just I'm doing
My
a
daughter loves the stitch ones.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I did one pack. I did that one, and then the other fella seen Gordo. He seen Stitch. He's like, "Man, girl loves that too. You make one for me."
I know that my kid loves Stitch. It's
No,
like, you know,
Mickey Mouse. Make one for the daughter.
Yeah, you know, friggin'
I didn't realize how many people love Stitch though.
And that was like that's old, but you know, right now I guess it's coming back.
What was your favorite cartoon when you were a kid?
I don't know, man. I was probably Rocket Power or something.
Rocket Power? What's that? Never heard of it.
Rocket Power was like that was
Never
like
heard of Rocket Power?
yeah, they were doing like skateboarding and all like extreme sports.
You like skateboarding?
You know what? I just like
CKY.
I used to watch the X Games a lot when I was a kid.
You never watched CKY?
I know who that is. It's like Bam Margera and stuff.
Correct. That was before the Jackass days.
Yeah, but they had like a cartoon.
You laughing? That
kids
shit was
doing,
amazing.
Yeah, these kids doing that. It was like a cartoon. It was called Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
That was like I think that was the big one when I was a kid.
I gotta have a look. Maybe I'll know what it looks like. I just don't know the name.
Yeah.
I think Looney Tunes was my favorite. Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, the classics.
Yeah. The Roadrunner.
Mm-hmm.
Loved
And
all
then
that.
Fast and Furious came out, and that was that.
I still love cartoons, but the fucking once the cars came in, that was it.
Yeah.
We used to have this magazine called Max Power, and used to take out the center sections, put them on the wall. So you used to get magazines over.
Yeah. I used to get
Kids don't know dick about magazines.
What was the big Honda one back in the day? I used to have that. I used to get it as a subscription.
Did they have Auto Trader over here?
Yeah, they got Auto Trader.
Do you remember Auto Trader when it was a magazine? And
Yeah.
we used to get cars for £200, £300 back in the day. When shit was cheap.
What was that? What was the big I don't know. It ended a long time ago, but it was a magazine. It was just
So the
Hondas.
ones that I read were probably like a rip off of the American ones, because you know everything back there,
Mhm.
they all try and be like the Americans. A lot of the stuff.
Okay.
But like, so we had Max Power and Fast Car. So it was when people had neon lights and the wide body fucking body kits and fucking hydraulics. People had all
The 90s.
the best. And the 2000s, early 2000s
Right.
as well, were fucking pretty alright. But they had these magazines, and then they had titty girls in the magazines.
Okay.
So, but I was a little kid, like I had been fucking, you know, like 10, 11, 12, and we used to get these magazines. We used to ask my mom and dad to buy them, and they never knew that there was titties in them, you know what I mean? So they just thought it was hard. I used to see the fucking...
Best of both worlds, right there.
It's the best, you know. So you'd be taking the centerfolds and then keeping the ones from under the bed. And one day, they used to get sticker packs in the magazines. So
Okay.
you used to put all the stickers all over my fucking bedroom door. And one day they had the sticker and it said porn star on the sticker. But I thought that was something to do with cars. I didn't know what a porn star was. I didn't even know the word porn, because I was so young. And I put the sticker on my front door, on my bedroom door, porn star. My dad comes in and he's like, "What the fuck's that?" He's like, and he goes, "Let me see a magazine." And that's when he seen the titties and all that. That was that. But then I ended up getting them back. Right, it wasn't too bad, but it's fucking crazy that you would have sold that shit to kids back then. I mean, you didn't have none of that. Well, I guess that's even worse now with the internet.
Yeah, I mean, no more magazines and stuff like that.
Magazines.
You know, every once in a while I still get a like Summit Racing. I still get a catalog of that sometimes.
Did you ever get the magazines when you were a kid, and every week you would get another part, and you would, like, I had one and then I tried to build a remote controlled robot. Do you remember Robot Wars? Did you ever watch Robot Wars?
Like they would battle the bots and
Battle Bots.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Years ago, they used to make robots, and it was an English show.
Okay.
It was in the UK, but it was Robot Wars, and they they all had like, some of them had like an arm that would bite, and some of them would shoot rockets, and stuff. They all did different shit, and they would battle it out.
Yeah.
But there was a magazine for like Robot Wars, and every week they would send you a piece.
Really?
And you had to buy the magazine.
Okay.
And you read, and the magazine would tell you how to build the robot, and you would get a piece every week.
Gotcha.
But nobody ever, you would get halfway through, and then your dad would stop buying you the magazine. Or like there was ones like for dinosaurs, and you used to make like little models of dinosaurs, and every week you would get another bone and put it together. You remember anything like that?
No.
Maybe it was just us.
Maybe. Yeah, we didn't get that over here.
So you got robbed. You got robbed, bro. The fucking, like the cereal, remember they used to put a toy in the cereal?
Yeah.
Why did they stop that shit?
I don't know.
People choking.
I think it's probably you know, one of those things they we're making money on it or something.
It's fucking safety. Everything, safety killed everything. You know what I mean? In the 40s, they give you, in the owner's manual, they would have told you how to change your head gasket. And now the fucking same owner's manual, fucking 60 years later, tells you don't drink the battery acid.
Yeah. Duh.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck happened to civilization, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Like the Gorilla Glue girl, you ever see her?
Nah.
She put the Gorilla Glue on her hair?
Yes, I did see that.
She got paid.
Yeah.
She got paid because Gorilla Glue says, it didn't say on the bottle, don't use on your hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she used it on her hair and said, look, it doesn't say not to use it. It says not to use on everything else, but it doesn't say not to use on my hair. And so she won that fucking lawsuit.
Some world we're living in.
That's fucking nuts. So you've never seen the Nautical Mile, Freezy?
I've been out here, you know, but been out here, you know, to hang out at the bars and stuff at nighttime, but never during the day. It's starting to get lively now.
It gets wild. But the thing about it is they have noise ordinance.
Okay.
So they can only go up to a certain decibel, and then at 11 o'clock at night, the music has to stop.
Even on Saturdays?
Friday and Saturday. So now they have silent discos with the fucking, give everybody the
Really?
headphones, and you see everybody bopping it out, standing there, dancing away. You're like, this is the weirdest thing ever.
That's strange.
Yeah,
That's not the same.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people do it because they be on the phones, mate, doing the selfies and fucking, you know,
With the headphones.
with the headphones.
I mean, you guys must hang out there a lot, right? It's right here.
Not too much. We
Nah.
fucking hate it, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I just want my peace and quiet. I love the rest of the year, to be honest.
Maybe it was cool at first.
At first, yeah. So I worked in all these bars.
Okay.
As bartender. So now I don't want to fucking deal with it anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Once you work in a place too, you're like, fuck this. Because you know, it's like when they say don't meet your heroes kind of thing, you know what I mean? You think a place is all well and good and you work for it and you're like, oh, and you get to see behind the shadows of some of the shit that they do and you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, 100%.
Not all places, but most.
Yeah. Working in mechanic shops, you see a lot of cool stuff, you know?
Yo, I love being around cars, man.
Yeah.
I wish I was a mechanic when I was a kid. I wish I had stuck it out more. It's not an easy job.
You know what? It's just...
You do mechanic?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing pretty much my whole life.
You said something about I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it, but I'll mention it. I'll edit it if I have to. FREEZY auto sales.
Yeah, so I've always bought and sold cars since I was probably like my early 20s, and then the market kind of is always up and down. So I would stop doing it, get back into it, and now I'm gonna start getting back into it. So I'm glad you brought that up too. You were the only one out of everybody that saw that said, "Good luck. If there's anything I could do, let me know." So.
Oh, thank you, bro. And
You're the only one.
I meant it.
Yeah.
I really meant it.
Yeah.
No,
out of everybody I've known for years and years and years, they, you know, so thank you for that.
No, man, and go for it.
Yeah, of course.
Go get it. And sometimes that's even better motivation than people. Sometimes it's better for them not to say anything.
Yeah.
Because then you go, oh fuck, he's gone. And you get this fire and you go for it. Sometimes it works out even better for
It's
you.
always been like my little side hustle. You know, that's pretty much paid for half the car.
What's the plans with it? You going to get like a dealer license, so you got to get
I
a
don't
plate?
know. I don't know if I'm going to go that far with it. You know, you have to sell. I
Over
don't know
3 cars a year or something?
It's
Six
not an
cars
easy
or
thing to keep. You know, even if you do end up getting it, I've always I'll buy one, have it, and then, you know, make profit on it like that.
It's good to have the plate though.
Yeah, it's good to have the plate.
Because you can pick something up with no registration, just throw the plate on, drive it
home. The dealer plate's the big thing, you know. That's the one reason I want to get it. I don't know if I'm going to go that far with it for now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now I'm going to do it out of the...
What kind of cars?
So, yeah, anything. Like right now I got an Acura for sale, which I'm using as a daily, but it's also up for sale, and then I'm picking up a Subaru tomorrow. So, you know, just going to keep it rolling.
You going to make a page for it?
I think I'm gonna make an extra page just for that, but I'm also gonna put it on my main page too.
Instagram seems to like. It doesn't like me because one day I post cars, one day I post paintings, one day I post the weirdest of fucking shit, food. I'd be doing all. Instagram seems to like the algorithm for some reason likes consistency. If you constantly post a real thing,
Right,
the same thing all the time, and then if you get a following for that, they reward you a lot more.
Yeah.
You don't get shadow banned. You don't get it pushes your page a lot more.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put it on my main to see what happens. Facebook Marketplace is
The best.
It's to sell stuff.
The best.
Even though you have to deal with
maniacs, but you get as long as you have half a brain to filter through them and know.
Yeah,
you know,
you just gotta be like that.
People also with the problem with Facebook Marketplace, why they don't sell, is they don't respond to people. You have to respond to everybody, even if you think you're a nutcase. But you don't really,
because you never know if you can work out a deal with these people.
Respond a wee bit. You know, you don't have to be on it, but come back in like a few days and see what else he said. You know, but it's the best. I love it.
Yeah, just
everything I
buy
buy
back into it, man. You know, so we'll see how it happens.
Go for it, Freeze.
Thanks, man.
I got all faith in you, man.
Appreciate it.
Daily drivers is the best thing, right?
100%. I don't want to drive my truck every day. So I always, I'll have like a car that I daily drive.
Station car's a big thing.
Station car. Yeah. I drive that back and forth to work.
You know, if you ever need any detailing or anything, man, I got you.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Because I know you get some shit from the auctions. Is that where you would get them?
Now, lately, Marketplace, believe it or not, the auctions are cool, but you have to know somebody with a license, the dealer license, to go and do that. Yeah. So,
it's also better for volume, I guess, right? You buy a few at a time.
Yeah, predominantly I'm buying something that somebody's like, it needs this.
So just gonna say you buy it broken?
Sometimes I get lucky and I just get something that.
Well, it needs a motor and it just needs an alternator. Battery.
I've been down that road. I've bought stuff that somebody thought it needed, maybe like for example, like a head gasket, and maybe they just blew a radiator or something. Thermostat stuff. Yeah. So I'm on there looking all day long. Instead of just scrolling through stupid videos. I'm on there looking for, trying to make some money.
100%. So instead of consuming, you're creating.
Yeah. Yeah, and anybody could do it, really. It's just you gotta have a little automotive knowledge, and you have that patience, so.
Knowing how to tow cars is a big thing, too.
That, too. That's another thing, too.
You don't have a trailer yet? We were talking about that.
I sold my trailer. And, saving up for an enclosed now. Yeah. I had an open trailer, started getting old, getting rusty. Mm-hmm. Sold it, made money on it, believe it or not.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And you made money with it?
Made money with it. And, now I really don't, to buy another open trailer right now, it's not even worth it. So I'm just saving until I can get me an enclosed.
Like I said, I rent from Home Depot, fucking U-Haul.
Yeah, it's easy.
And the reason being is because I don't have to register it.
Yeah.
I don't have to insure it. I don't gotta store it.
$60.
If I get a flat, they come and fix it. And if a fucking wheel falls out, they come and fix it. And it's like,
and those trailers are nice.
Beautiful.
They work
great.
The
side folds down, you can open the door and all.
I love those trailers.
Yeah, if I was buying a trailer, I'd like to have one just like it.
Yeah.
Very heavy, like.
They do sell them, not cheap though.
I see.
They're
5 to 10 grand, right?
Yeah.
They're aluminum.
They're stout. I think they're galvanized, so nothing's gonna happen to them.
Never going anywhere.
Yeah, and you would hope that every time they come back, they look after them.
Sort of.
But that they're easy.
But I think it's the best way. Like I'm on fucking first name basis with the people over there. I'm like best friends with them. Like I use them so much, But I feel like unless you're using it once a week, it doesn't really pay you to own one.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're using it all the fucking time, you have one, Or if you're really rich.
Like I said, to spend $5,000 on a open trailer right now, I'd rather just wait till I can get me an enclosed. That's what I really need. Because then the tools stay in there,
Tools, and then when you're at the track, you have shade.
Yeah.
You have somewhere to get in there and chill out. You can put AC in there.
God forbid it starts to rain, you just pull the car right in.
All that shit.
You know what I mean? And
also,
you could sleep in it if you wanted to.
We got our shit stolen at Hates Day.
Really?
They stole our tent. The whole tent. Like a camping tent, like a three-person tent with our blankets, sleeping bags, everything inside. We left.
I just took the tent.
So we stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
But we have a tent for her to lie down, or for the dog to go in and lie down. To get out of the sun.
It gets hot.
Shit's nuts. So we left it there, and these fucking cunts parked beside us, and I knew by looking at them, man, like these boys look dodgy as fuck. But I've never really had that issue, stuff getting stolen. So I'm like, I don't really have to worry. I was like, it's the track. You know what I mean?
Right.
Came back the next morning. I said to my boy who was on the other side, I was like, yo, did you see my tent? He was like, nah. I was like, it's not here. And he was like, oh, I don't know. Went back and forth and fucking, they stole fucking the whole, took the fucking stakes out of the ground, sleeping bags, fucking, the tarp that went underneath it, took everything. The car was there. Didn't touch the car.
Great.
And I was like, this is weird as fuck. And then the previous year we were at Hicks Day, when she fell off the scooter, they stole the scooter.
Really?
Did I tell you that story?
No. Did you get it back?
She fell off the fucking scooter, hit the dirt, fucking went to the hospital. I came back, packed everything up. When I came back to pack everything up, I was like, yo, where's the scooter? And they were like, I don't know. And I was like, well, that official guy took it off me after the accident. He's like, yo, I'll look after it for you. I'll take care of it. Hits the official.
Yeah.
I was like, no problem, bro. You know, thank you. I was more worried. I didn't give a fuck about the scooter, to be honest. I was worried about her. So, went to the hospital again, came back to get the scooter, to do the final pack up, and I'm like, yo, where's the scooter? And they're like, we don't know. They lost it. It was gone. We were like, what? Actually, EF Dillon, he's the one who helped me. He was running around like a maniac, checking everywhere. We ended up finding it in the guy's trunk, in the trunk of his car. And I'm like, you fucking scumbag bastard. I looked down dead in his eyes, like, you see me, my wife was fucking pissing my blood from fucking all sorts of fucking angles. And you see me, I was going to cry my eyes out, fucking freaking out. And I was like, and that's what you thought about doing?
Yeah.
You want to steal my fucking scooter, like?
No good, man.
Nah, bro, it's mad.
I can never do that to somebody.
I did shit like that when I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like, I did weird shit when I was a kid because of the circumstances I was surrounded by, you know what I mean? There was a lot of fucked up shit. So I feel like some of the stuff that happens to me as an adult maybe payback for, you know what I mean? Shit that I did as a kid.
Yes.
Or, you know what I mean? But stealing's not good, man. You know?
No.
It's not good. But it happened.
Some people.
Yeah, some fucking people. And then we seen him again. We seen him again on Hits Day this year. Same guy.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
He works there, or?
Yeah, he works there. Yeah. I guess he's one of them. But he's not a MIR worker.
Right.
He's a Hits Day worker.
Gotcha.
So.
You gonna go to H Day in August?
I've never been to New England, so I want to go.
It's nice there.
Yeah, I heard they're really strict. I'm gonna have to fix my windshield.
Yeah. Yeah, they like going to the dash and make sure all the holes are closed and, you know.
My car's not really that. You know, mine's cowboy builders, stuff like that.
You still have heat and everything in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
full car.
You'll probably be good.
Probably
you know?
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's when you start cutting it up, they start.
Yeah, you know, the firewall holes, and then, you know, like when you take out the heater, there's that thing in the...
And the battery box as well, I heard they go mad for.
They go through them.
Cracking a windshield, I heard, is a no-go right away.
Definitely.
But everybody said that about Maple Grove, Acco, and I rolled in every time with it.
Yeah.
I've had windshield's been cracked since I owned the car. I'm actually going to miss it.
Yeah. Used to it.
So it's nearly on the other side.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It went all the way across before. It was only in the corner, and then it went that's all the way across.
I like that sticker. I gotta get one of those made up like that.
Mickey Armstrong?
Yeah.
Who made that for me? Speed World in Baldwin.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Right over here.
Fine, I'll get it made for you. I'll bring it out there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, it came
You want
out
a US flag?
I don't even know. I gotta freaking see what kind of. I mean, obviously that'd be cool. That's pretty nice though.
I'll get it made for you.
I got
because I'll bring that one and use the same font.
Yeah, I just got the regular.
It's a nice fella. It's cheap too. It's like $15.
Right here, right? Baldwin's right here.
Yeah. Nice guy. When I first came to America, they put the sound system in my Suburban too.
Okay. Nice.
Not sound system. What they put in? Reverse camera and fucking hands-free kit or whatever it was. It was a double-din head unit.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotta have
old shit. Yeah.
I had one of those. I had a Tahoe like that, man. It's just the best.
It's a rear end though.
Yeah.
Rear end.
Is it just like the pinion bearing or?
So what happened was the gasket went bad because when I first owned the car, I didn't really I always knew about cars, but you think you know about cars, but you don't really. You know what I mean? Like until you get into it, then you're like, holy shit, I really know nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like even the more I learn, the more I realize, the less I know. You know what I mean? But back then I didn't really know about it because like we don't have 4-wheel drive cars back home a lot. You know,
Plus everything's
front wheel drive, everything's tiny, no V8s. You know, so I don't really know.
Diesel.
I didn't know anything about it. A lot of diesel, small diesel motors, turbo. I didn't really know anything about a rear end. You know. So the gasket went bad and it was leaking.
Okay.
And it ran dry.
Yeah.
And then it started making noise, and then they filled it up, and it just over time it's just getting noisier and noisier. And now it's like it sounds like a wheel's going.
So you're gonna just buy? Oh, you're gonna buy a whole rear?
Just going to buy the whole rear.
And
I'm just going to try and find somebody parking out a Suburban and just buy the whole rear and put it in.
Yeah, maybe a junkyard or something.
People apparently don't fix them. Apparently it's a really niche thing.
Yeah,
Like they know how to. Apparently it's like a gearbox. The clearance.
It's just like that, setting that up with the drag and everything. It's not that
the
bad.
smallest wee thing can fuck it up, right?
Yeah, you just gotta make sure the backlight is right.
And it's a G80. That's the gear ratio.
Okay.
When you look in the glove box, my boy Kyle.
Yeah, you look at that tag, right? There's a ton of different numbers.
No, I never realized another thing. It's funny the stuff that you learn.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just pick it up.
Yeah. My boy Kyle was at the Villa Performance today, detailing a Fox Body Mustang.
Nice. Yeah, saw that.
Oh my god, bro, that car was beautiful. It was a wee bit rough around the edges, but it came out nice. It's been like sitting under a tree or something forever, so the roof was white and then it turned black. Okay. I got a lot of it off, but vinyl tops, like the fucking top layer, like deteriorates and then it looks like mold, but it's like there is no vinyl there anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a lot of people like, oh, you can get that out, that's fine. Like, nah, bro, there is no white there anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Time for a new top. Yeah. And then that's
She had the car since she was 16.
Nice.
Fucking cool story. You don't hear that much. And it says on the back, in love and memory of grandma. I think it was her grandma's car. Her grandma gave it to her or something. And somebody painted with 2-part paint and a paintbrush in love and memory and a wee fucking picture of Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
And it's still there like it was done yesterday. Fucking cool as fuck.
Sweet. Completely stock though, right? The car.
Completely stock with a blower though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Vanilla ice, baby.
Nice.
Big turbo. The turbo's massive.
Yeah.
But it looks like, like them old Garrett turbos.
Yeah.
Looks, I guess it's factory.
Yeah. Is it?
I think so. Looks factory.
I don't even know.
Show you a picture of it.
Yeah, I wonder if that.
Funny look.
Was it a 5.0?
5.0. Had a boost gauge and all on the pillar. The boost gauge didn't look factory, but the fucking turbo itself.
I wonder what model that might have been.
It was 93, the last of them. She said that was the last year.
Yeah. Right, because then they changed the body style in the 94.
Yeah. What year are you born? 80?
No, I was born in 90.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
90 what?
90.
No, me too.
Yeah.
We're the same.
Yeah, August.
August? October. So you're coming up.
Yeah, we both are.
34?
34.
Yo, bro, we're getting old so fast.
I feel it too.
Looks like a fucking alternator.
Yeah, it's so, I don't know how to pronounce it right, centrifugal supercharger.
That's not so it's a supercharger, it's not a turbo.
Yeah.
The guy said it's a blower, so I was like, alright, okay, alright.
So it's just, those superchargers are, it's like a belt-driven turbo almost.
Because it looks like a turbo.
Yeah.
On the back housing, but the front.
Right, you're used to a supercharger replacing like an intake manifold.
Like a Jackson supercharger.
Like a Roots or a twin screw or something. Yeah. That is...
I've never ever seen anything like that. I'm glad I showed it to you now.
Yeah, it bolts to the front of the motor with bracketry. And it still gets driven by the belt. But, they say it's like having
So that's factory, right?
I don't know. I didn't know that I don't think they came like that. Like, I thought it was just a 5.0's a 5.0. And...
It says Vortec on the fucking intake and all, like...
I don't know, maybe somebody added that.
She
might be driving around some.
Yeah, she said she used to do burnouts in it when she was younger.
I bet she does with that. That's a pretty good sized supercharger.
Yo, I said, like, what the fuck? That's why I was like, I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe they come with it.
This is what I'm saying. You think you know about cars, and then you see, and there's so many, and then also the cars in this country aren't the same as the cars in the other country, everything's fucking different.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. What are you doing tonight?
Tonight I'm gonna go back home, hang out with the family, man.
No, thank you so much for making the long drive out here.
Dude, no problem.
Yo, nobody ever wears the headphones. I don't know. People say when you wear the headphones it's better, but I don't know.
Can I try them on?
Try them on.
Let's see what's up.
I don't know. I feel like I'm in a bubble.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So they say apparently, you hear yourself talking, it sounds different, right?
Yeah, it does.
You're not used to it.
No. Well, that's wild.
Right?
Yeah.
But when I listen to Rogan's podcast, he insists that people wear them.
Yeah. I guess maybe it makes it like a more...
He says you don't interrupt each other.
Gotcha.
When you wear the headphones, because when someone else is talking, you wait until the other person finishes before you speak.
I think we did pretty good.
I think we did good.
Yeah.
I think we did fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. FREEZY, you're a fucking legend, bro. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Everybody, thanks for coming back to the Street Kings. We had a wee bit of a hiatus you call it there, for about a year. But it's all good. I was figuring stuff out in my own head, trying to get I really didn't have the balls to do it, but now I do. So we're back. Let's see where it goes.
I think you should keep it going.
Thank you, Freezy.
You know?
I'm really honoured you came back to get me rolling again.
Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you so much, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks.
The nines are coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're coming soon.
And Freezy Auto Sales is going to take over the world.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
From my lips to God's ears,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Best of luck, you man.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you so much. Everybody, see you all again soon. Yo, yo, yo.